It is Wednesday, and the spring has sprung. I'm your host, Pat Renwick. Welcome, Bass Fishing Galaxy. This is the glorified version of a bass fishing talk show. Stray Casts, outdoor cartoon television. Stripped down, unplugged, unfiltered. Same great taste, less filling. More filling during quarantine. The fattening period that we have grown to know here in America. Hey, I'm excited again. It's Wednesday night. We are striving to bring you good cheer in the bass fishing galaxy every Wednesday night. That's what our goal is here at Stray Casts, and tonight is no different. We have first up, no stranger to the show, John Cox, fellow Crestliner tour mate. Well, he's not on tour, or we're not on tour, but fellow Crestliner teammate. That's the word. Thank you from the Peanut Gallery. Yes, teammate, Crestliner teammate. John Cox coming back to the show for the 736th time. He may be. I would normally go to our producer Andrew Ellenberger for advice on this. I think John may be close to Brandon Palaniuk. And
he's getting like 10. He's close.
Johnny's at like 10. And then I like how you chimed in there, Andy. That was cool. It reminded me of Flow.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I'll get a bullhorn so my voice doesn't sound so horrible.
I think it's about 10 times.
No, but so he's right there with Brandon and James Watson, I think.
Yeah.
He's close. He's close.
It's a three-way now.
Yeah, hey now. No, but seriously, man, always a good time when John's on, and we're going to talk about life with John tonight. No cabe duda. Then, this dude, we're about to get into another planet. This guy's from a whole other planet that he owns, and we're happy to have that planet as part of the Bass Fishing Galaxy, and that's Matt Robertson. On him. He's on him. That's Matt coming to the show for the first time ever tonight. And then the legend of Kyle Carpenter. I know the legend of Kyle Carpenter from the West Wisconsin Bass Nation, and he's coming on the show tonight after all this madness. We'll get down to it. Speaking of getting down to it, a dude who is no stranger to the agua, as they say in Venezuela. No stranger to the agua. He's our collegiate intern. You might know him as Danny Mohan. I know him as Sir Dickie Mo. Sir Dickie Mo. Where's is he around?
Yeah. Hey.
Hey there. Hey,
Can you hear me?
There you are, dude. What's going on?
Nothing much, man. I just got off the agua.
You
I
did?
was on the agua.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're no stranger to the agua.
I'm not me and the agua.
Let me see your thumbs. Put them right up to the camera. Closer. Closer.
It was all right. It wasn't too great, but
was it worth it?
Yeah, man.
Bone.
Yeah.
Life's been good.
He would have showed
Life's
him
been
off.
good.
I think Bass Fishing Galaxy. He would have showed those thumbs off a lot prouder if it was a hella day. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're completely right. It was all right.
What'd you have for dinner, Dan?
Nothing yet, dude. I'm running on a protein bar and Gatorade all day.
All right.
Dinner's in the oven. Mom, where's dinner?
More cheesy poofs. Your mom's got it going on, Dan.
Dinners.
Yeah, she does. She did great last week with the sponsors.
Cheesy potatoes are in. Oh yeah. If anyone missed, she announced all the show supporters and sponsors. She killed it.
That might be a regular thing. I just might
She's all
dip.
about the show.
I might
She
dip
loves
at
the
the
show.
end of every show and then just let your mom finish it. Yeah?
Oh, she's in here again.
Oh, you can't
There
hear
she
me?
No. Yeah, we were just talking about you.
No, don't tell her. Tell her. We'll surprise her later. No, we'll surprise her later.
She was working around the house planting rose bushes all day.
planted 7 rose bushes today.
Oh, we have plans for you later, Mrs. Dickie
Here's my
Mo.
mom, by the way.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Nice to meet you officially.
Nice to meet you too. Yeah, I can't believe I haven't met Pat yet.
Yeah,
I know.
I
You haven't
dipped
met
out
any of
last
the
time.
guys.
When I heard you were
gotta
coming on last
gotta
time, I
bring
got
your-
the heck out. What's up, Dan?
we We got to bring her fishing soon. She needs to come fishing with us.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
ask all the time, and he says no.
No,
Mom, no.
Yeah, we'll just put
I
her
asked
and my
her.
mom in the
I
boat
asked
together.
her.
We'll give her and my mom the
told
crest liner, right? How's that?
Yes,
we'll
do that. And then
my mom and your mom. They'll go out in the crest liner and make a day of it. All right, we'll see you at the end, Mrs. Mrs. Mohan, and we'll have you do sponsor stuff.
All right, sounds good. I gotta go study.
All right, make me something good to eat, please, would you? I'm starving.
Well, it's on the table right now.
Yes.
You need to leave your friends and come and eat.
In a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. I gotta do something.
I'm gonna
I gotta
release
talk
him in a
about some
second,
things.
and then he's grounded.
All right,
Go to
bye,
his
guys.
room. Take care. Peace. That was awesome.
That was my mom, ladies and gentlemen. But
What are you doing, Dan? You caught some fish. Things are going on, man, and it's tournament
Life's
season in full
is.
swing.
It is.
Tournament season, not only within the region here, but through the entire Bass Galaxy, and especially the interwebs of Half a Spot.
very interesting stuff. Glad you brought that up. So Half a Spot. If you don't already have the app, download Half a Spot. It's spelled H-A-F-A Spot.
Half-a.
So it's not half H-A-L.
Bless you.
It's half-a.
Bless you.
H-A-F-A
Bless
Spot.
you. Half a spot. Half a
So
spot.
Half a Spot, download Half a Spot, and they got something really cool right now. They have an online tournament that everyone can participate in, but you have to register by May 15th. You got 2 days.
2 days.
Two days.
Get
It's
to
the
it
13th.
now. Half a spot. Okay, 2 days.
Download Half a Spot and register for this tournament. So basically, this online tournament, they call it it's a Fish USA tournament. It's the Fish Free for All. So this tournament is
Nice.
a largemouth bass tournament.
Okay.
$0 entry fee.
Sweet.
There's it costs you nothing to register. So why not
Right.
register?
I know
So,
you were like, yeah, I'm in on this, dude. I'm gonna win it. You were like, yeah.
It's a kayak tournament too. It's
Dude, you're gonna
open
smoke 'em.
shore kayak. Oh yeah, I'm hopping on the yak and fishing your river.
No, you know where you need to go.
It
You-
is,
We'll talk about it after the show.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not the. There's another spot.
Yeah,
20
so
pounds.
that-
Never mind.
No, it's not public knowledge.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, half a
anyways,
spot.
So the tournament is May 15th through June 1st. It's not a one-day tournament. It's May 15th, June 1st. That's
Gotcha.
the tournament window. You can contact the tournament director. You got to get registered and then figure out the actual rules to it. But download Half a Spot, check out the tournament. It's a Fish USA tournament, free entry. First place prize is a $1,000 kayak. Second place, $400 cash. Great.
Nice.
Something
And
like
on
that.
my half a spot on the phone, I basically just, for those of you that have it, I went to that squiggly line deal, whatever that means. You go, like you got a bunch of bars on there on the half a spot.
Oh yeah.
And then you go up, here it is, at the top, the information bar. That's what it is. And then I click on online tournaments. And then I scroll through it and I find the Fish USA largemouth bass. And I get in for $0 in a kayak. And my money is on Dickie Mo, our intern, Straight Cast intern. Do us proud, or Andy's gonna fire you. So,
Yeah.
anyway, what else is going on?
Also-
How's our buddy Carl?
Our buddy Captain Carl, man. Captain Carl has some exciting things going on around his place.
What's he doing?
So basically, Carl has been. I'm not ready for this. Okay.
That's outstanding.
Carl just brought me dinner. I got pork chops, beans, and sliced potatoes. So
This is the
with
best.
applesauce.
This is the best.
Thank you. Thanks, Carl. But so anyways, Carl, it's been great during quarantine. I've loved this. Online shopping. If you're not already a Carl's Club member, please become a Carl's Club member. 30% off almost everything store wide.
You just begged.
And it's just better online shopping experience than anywhere else I've got tackle. Honestly.
I know you're telling it straight.
Carl's Club, ladies and gentlemen, become a Carl's Club member.
Because here's what I'm gonna wait.
Let
Let me stop you 1 second. I mean, I'm tired of you like calling me up and you're like, "Hey, did you see that on Carl's?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, come on, bro." Like, great.
Oh, it's great. I annoyed Pat.
It's
Hey Pat, did you see the new release
it's-
on Carl's?
yeah, he know,
Can I
and
get
he's
some of
like,
those?
and then he's calling me like about finesse stuff or like, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, text Andy, text JP or Ryan about finesse stuff.
Yeah. hey, Carl's had those new Sakoshi bugs. Like, did you?
Well,
could you
that
put
I
'em on an
know.
Ed rig?
That I know. I mean, that I got that figured out. I got a stack of that.
Oh yeah,
I got a
but
stack
I call
of
you
that.
about all sorts of Carl stuff. We talk about
Exactly.
Carl's more than anything, honestly. So true. So true. So, like we said, check out Carl's, become a Carl Club member. Almost 30% off everything store wide. Do it.
There it is. Boom.
Do it.
Carl's Club member. But I'm not going to say that we talk about Carl's more than anything because we really don't. But we do talk about Carl's a lot.
No, we talk about a lot of that.
I like how you said that.
We
man.
talk about a lot.
I think you should sell cars. I think you should sell cars. That's what you should do. You're you are a natural.
I'd be a great used car salesman.
Dude, yeah, I mean, drive it around the block, kick the tires, and let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
You would be the best. Who are you kidding, dude? Oh my God.
I could sell Eskimos to an Eskimo.
Best Galaxy picture Pat Renwick in a cheesy suit and a used car lot selling cars. He'd be the best.
I clean up
He'd be
well. I clean
unstoppable.
up well. Don't you kid yourself. Hey, speaking of cleaning up well, I want to introduce you to our Mr. Cleanup himself. I used to call him Ryan Popcorn Leviticus Numbers Cornelius Whitaker, but now I just refer to him as Ryan Fingers. Ryan Fingers! Where's Ryan Fingers at?
What's up?
You just yelled at me. It sounded like you were
Howdy.
like you were in a cavern. What's up, bro?
Andy yelled at me and made me put on headphones, so now I can't tell the volume of my voice.
You're really
Yelling,
loud.
just-
You're
just
really
holler.
just talk a little softer.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna whisper. I can't see you, by the way. I can't see you on the Zoom thing.
Oh, you got to
But it's
hit the leprechaun button. The leprechaun icon.
Oh.
That's mine.
Oh, in the upper center.
The upper Senecon.
Okay.
Ryan, what's going on, dude? What are you doing? You got
got too
the
much sun.
you got the Bass Fisherman amphibia sunglasses tan going. Those appear to
Yeah,
be
man.
the wave the
Got it.
wave frames.
You nailed it. Yes, absolutely.
Those
You
look
do
like
great
wave
in this
frame.
region, but-
I like it.
Hey, did you hear about those new 2.2-inch swim baits on Carl's?
Stop it, Dan. Stop it. Like, I know those swim baits for the back of my War Eagles. That's how I tell them the same answer every time. Tired of hearing about
Right.
you know Seth Fighters Seth Fighters thing. Yeah. I know, dude. I know. And I know,
great.
dude. I know.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
But anyway, man, all kinds of crazy stuff going on, Ryan, in the bass fishing world. You're back at the tournament swing. Congratulations on your third place finish in your third
Thank you.
derb. 2 dubs and a third. Ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. Congratulations. We'll talk more about that.
Thank you. It's not going to last. It will not last. But whatever.
And-
For now, we.
Andy's doing violent arrow shakes again. Andy, my goodness gracious. It's an interweb.
Hey, don't violent arrow shake
Don't
me.
violent web mouse arrow shake.
Hey,
Hey, you know what's amazing?
yet
dude?
again, we have another drinking game going on.
We do. Well, of course,
Another
from
one.
Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey.
Yes, sir. Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey.
Right,
That's right.
It's made in the mountains of somewhere.
Yeah,
Let's pretend
out
it's made.
west.
Let's pretend it's made in the mountains of Azure. That sounds exotic, right?
Okay.
It's made in the mountains
That's
of
very
Azure.
exotic.
Yes.
Yes, I'm getting excited.
So anytime tonight, we're gonna do this differently, and I'm gonna
Yes.
So I'm just gonna come up when I say this word, then that's when it's time to take a shot of the tin cup, and Ryan's gonna keep a tally. His name's Rye, and he's got the Rye bottle right there, and he's gonna keep a tally. Boom, boom, pow. He's got that boom, boom, pow.
Yeah.
And there it is, right there. So when I say the word deep. When I say deep, everybody drink. There it is, right there. So whether it be a shot of ice cold Coca-Cola or a Slurpee, like say you went and got a Slurpee, like John Cox does a lot. Take the shot of the Slurpee, get a
Yes.
brain freeze, or if you are drinking the
purple
tin
coffee.
purple drink, or the Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey, right there in 3 flavors. Check out your local liquor store, wherever you
Get the
get
rye.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wake up early and put on your clothes and take your credit card to the liquor store, just like they say in
Yeah.
Guns N' Roses. You know what I mean, JP?
Exactly.
JP
Hey.
High knows that. Yeah.
We're also again giving the gift of meat.
Meat.
The gift of meat.
Yeah.
BubbaandHanks.com. Ever heard of it? You can get meat sent straight to your door. You don't even have to leave the house. You don't even have to drive. So after the drinking game, when you're a little tipsy, order up some meat. And what we've got is 15% off for all of you. Everyone out there, 15% off. Code word is fish.
Code word is fish.
Code word is fish.
The code word is fish.
The code word is fish on BubbaandHanks.com.
BubbaandHanks.com. Code
Get
word
some
fish
patties.
rhymes with
Yes.
fish.
Yes.
Gets you 15 off on Wagyu.
Why-
Bubba and
why not?
Hank's
Why not
patriotic beef. Owned by vets.
Yes, sir.
not veterinarians,
Curious to know
veterans.
any kind of beef.
What'd you say?
Yes. Yes. Any kind of meat you're looking for.
Yeah.
T-bones, porterhouse.
Here's what
Patties.
I'm excited about.
Get it. It'll be on your doorstep.
The stew Wagyu. The stew Wagyu. Because it's
Stew Wagyu.
it's perfect for
Yes.
chiliing up. It's perfect for chiliing up, the stew cut.
Mm-hmm.
So fish, code word fish gets you 15 off, BubbaandHanks.com. All right, Ryan. Also, Wednesday nights. Wow, it's moving right along here. Wednesday nights, place to win stuff on Stray Casts, okay?
Yes.
What we're giving away is an adult prize and a prize for all ages. The adult
Is this an exotic adult prize?
that's where Ginge would normally play the Stray Cast sound effect.
Yes.
But Tamaro. So basically, we're giving away a bottle of Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey. All you have to do
Awesome.
is like and share the live Facebook feed. We of course will authenticate your age before anything is sent to you in the mail. And again, with the Tin Cup game,
Yes.
please drink responsibly. Now, here's the cool prize as well. Here's the deal. What you need to do is tag in the comment section John Cox Berkeley. John Cox Berkeley. Now get
John
this.
Cox Berkeley.
John Cox Berkeley gets you 15% off. No, just kidding. No, John is
Oh, you had me going.
no. John is picking out a custom Berkeley prize pack for a lucky Stray Cast viewer. That's pretty
Wow.
neat. Like seriously, this is from John. It's not like B-Rad, the awesome,
Wow.
country Ryan.
Yeah.
It's not like he's that's a cool pack, but like this is actually like from John's garage, from his vault.
Yeah, and let me just say, the last time he did this, I know the guy that won it, and it was an insane amount
I
of
heard about that. It was a wheelbarrow
fill
of
the
stuff.
storage compartment.
So
kind of
anyway,
stuff, yeah.
here's the deal. 2 prizes again tonight. This is amazing. It's quarantine madness, okay? Every week we've been giving away tons of stuff. Oh, and by the
Like
way,
and share.
oh, hold on.
John Cox
I'm going
Berkeley.
back. I'm going back 1 second. Very
Okay.
important. Very important. So as far as the prizes, since the quarantine shows have started, things got a little crazy, okay? And so I know we're catching up on prizes. Please realize that. And Dickie Mo, Danny is in charge of the prizes. So when you direct message Stray Casts about winning, do it to the Facebook page. Okay? Attention,
Yes.
Danny, Dickie Mo, whatever you want to say. And then we'll get that.
I'm all ears, man.
There it is. See, Sir Dickie Mo is hearing us out. Okay. So, with that being said, 2 prizes. 1 being the Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey. We'll verify your age. 2nd being the John Cox Berkeley giveaway. Let's put the power poles down. Let's come back with John Cox when we return. Peace. Yeah. The all-new XF series by Crestliner. Simplistic perfection with performance features built on a platform for success. The amazingly affordable XF series by Crestliner. A brand new way to reel in bass. For more information and to find your local dealer, visit Crestliner.com today. The Crestliner Real Deal Sales Event. The best time to buy is now at Crestliner.com. Save up to $3,000 today.
Hey, it's Carl, and I've got some big plans this fishing season. I'm hoping to get in the best shape of my life to have some of the best fishing of my life. And I want you to join me for Carl's spring training. Let's get it. Let's get it.
The TH Marine Hydrowave H2 KVD Edition is a surefire way to ignite a feeding frenzy. The Hydrowave utilizes a sound-emitting technology that imitates bait fish and other feeding fish below the surface that preys on the competitive nature of bass and other game fish to get you more bites. The Hydrowave is another way that TH Marine has you covered from transom to trolling motor.
This is the mountain, and this is mountain whiskey. Unspoiled, untamed, forever wild. There's no safety net, no way down. Up here, it's just man, and the mountain, and his tin cup. Tin Cup Whiskey. Mountain whiskey.
Minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition and liftoff.
As a professional angler, I rely on my equipment to be successful on the water, and my eyewear is no exception. Oh, yep, good one. 6 pounder, 7 pounder. From daylight till dark, every single day of my life, in the truck, on the water. My Amphibia eye gear provide 100% polarized protection. They're ANSI safety rated for impact, and best of all, they float.
All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Straycast, outdoor cartoon television, the glorified version of a bass fishing talk show, the unplugged, stripped down edition. Uh-oh. There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Bass Fishing Galaxy, we bring to you John Cox. How are you, Johnny?
Hey, guys, what's happening?
What's up, dude? Can you see me?
I can't see you.
Why can't he see me, Andy?
I'm not.
You got to hit.
I just see the logo on there.
You just see the Straycast?
Oh, I see you now.
There we are.
I got you now.
Boom! Give me an internet high five now, John. Yes.
Hi, man. Hi.
Yes. Dude, you look good, man. You've been dropping a few lbs during the quarantine, opposite of a lot of people.
Right. Yeah, no, I found a little honey hole I've been riding my bike to. I've been riding a little bit.
That guy should have known. I'd say, dude, what the heck?
Yeah. My hair is getting pretty long, though.
I think that's good.
I have to shave it all off here.
Yeah, you got that Saved by the Bell look. What was the guy from Saved by the Bell? I can't remember.
Right.
You got the Zach Morris look.
I don't even remember. Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
When you were little, did you or not little, a younger guy or whatever at home? Did you watch TV as a family together?
Yeah, I mean, I watched a little bit of it. You know,
like did you
actually me and my mom watched some MTV quite a bit when I was real little.
Is that right? What do you mean?
But, yeah, it's
tell me.
Oh, just like when MTV like first came out, that was kind of like, I mean, that's what I remember. I don't think she realized that I still remember some of that, but
what though? What's first came out?
Like first came out was on there.
When what was?
Oh, I can't remember the shows. But I just remember, I think it was like she just didn't know I was watching it or was taking it all in. But
I like your background there that you got going.
Oh, you like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see where a few of them live.
I'm on the lake. Yeah, I'm on the lake 24/7.
I see where a few of them live, man. Hey, do you got a nickname? Like, does your family call you anything? Like, do you have a nickname as a kid or anything, or was it just always John?
Nah, it was always John. I don't really have one.
What would I know we've heard Tin Man, all that.
Right.
What would be a nickname you would give you? Like, what would be a nickname?
So my baseball coach always called me Coxie.
Coxie.
He would grab Coxie. He'd grab himself when he'd say it. So that always stuck with me.
That's so inappropriate. That's amazing.
I know. It's like out of everything in high school, that I remember that more.
Oh, Coxie. That's so good, John. That's so good. Hey, man, I want to say one thing about the quarantine, man. You've been making the most of it in this down derb time, Right. I mean, it seems flat out like you're having fun, man. I mean, you're enjoying the family time, obviously. It's amazing. It's good. We're enjoying watching you on the social media, and all your shenanigans, yeah, Walter and all that. We'll get to Walter a little bit, but I don't want to cry right away.
Right, I know. I don't want to get into that yet.
Right,
but yeah, I mean, it's been we're making the best of it. This is the longest I've really been home ever since my kids were born. So we're doing stuff every day. I mean, I'll get up and they'll be like, "Dad, we got to do schoolwork," and I'm like, "We'll do it tomorrow, guys. We'll go tomorrow. We're going fishing today." But so we've been doing all that. We'll try to do all the schoolwork in like 2 or 3 days for the whole week, and then go fishing the rest of the days. But yeah, it's been going pretty good. And my handyman skills have been really coming into play.
I know.
Gosh, I mean, we were doing stuff at the house I didn't even know was possible. Man, I'm telling you, I mean, it's just it's I don't know, it's been a good time home anyways.
No, I can tell, man, and you're having a great time. Like you said, it's doing a lot for America and bringing people closer, families closer, and more fishing time.
Oh, 100%.
More fishing time with the fam. No doubt about it, man.
It made you really realize a lot of you made you take a lot of stuff for granted, thinking how how fishing was, and it made me realize how much I really truly love the tournament fishing. It's like I missed it so bad, so it's it was kind of neat to get a reality check from all that.
So what's the difference between fun fishing and tournament fishing to you? Like, one's a job and one's not a job, but they're both enjoyable. Or it's like, yeah. I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I think it's the what I like about the tournaments is the competition thing. I love preparing up to that tournament, and then seeing if I prepared better than everybody else or made the right decisions better than everybody else. And I think that's the exciting part. I mean, I feel like when you go into a tournament, you think of everything you've learned even as a kid, and you put it all out on the table during those tournaments. So that's what I think I really love about it. My issue with fun fishing is it turns into a tournament. Like, it instantly turns into.
There's always something that strikes
even my kids, like, Yeah, I mean, yeah. The other day we had Savannah wanted to dye her hair if she won, and Lil wanted to buy a lizard if she won, and luckily they both tied, and so I mean, so we didn't have to do.
So you
either
dyed
of
a
them,
lizard then?
You know, it was. Yeah. That's probably what's gonna end up happening.
That's awesome, and the girls have been catching bigs. I mean, all your girls have been catching them.
Yeah. Fishing's been great. I mean, it's like, geez, I mean, we're never really home around this time, and man, we've been going. I mean, we even went peacocking the other day. And,
you're going tomorrow, right?
I caught one that was like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow. But yeah, we just went a few days ago, and I caught one that was like over 10.
Oh my god!
So largemouth, not peacock.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Still, I mean, it's just. Yeah.
Oh, I saw that
So,
you were like went peacock fishing and caught a and caught a dime or something.
Yeah, something. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, heck yeah, man. I mean, the whole thing about the competitive fishing, and I can tell that you're a very laid back guy, and you're very laid back on the water. But we've talked about this before on the show, and I won't get back into it. But you really compete against you on every given day on the water.
Oh,
and I
think, I mean, right.
It drives you. It drives you, in other words.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. I mean, I try to, when I run into a lot of the other guys out there. I mean, if I can help them, I usually do. And if I'm not catching them, I'm like, hey man, help me figure this out. So I'm really open to help while we're out there in the tournaments.
Is it safe to say that bass fishing is your life?
Yeah, I mean, it's just fishing in general is my life. Like, I mean, we went to the beach the other day to relax, and I was like, I could only sit there for so long, and I pulled the cast net out and caught some bait and started slinging out in the ocean, not thinking we were gonna catch anything, and we just caught a ton of fish, a bunch of bluefish and stuff. It was just fun.
Just something stretching the string, dude.
Yeah, something pulling. Yeah, and I realized that because I've never done the ocean stuff, and I walked way out there, slinging it way out, and back way off, and you kind of wait. But then I realized, what I do love is that fight and having, that drag getting smoked and the bite. I mean, there's just so much to it that just sucks me in every time.
Dude, and you've heard that old whatever they call it, the tug is the drug. You've heard that forever.
Right.
We told Uncle Cracker that. He really loved that a couple weeks ago. But anyway, I mean, and when I lived in Florida, that saltwater deal was the element of mystery. Okay, like you didn't know what the heck you were gonna catch when you were out saltwater fishing.
Right.
It could be anything.
Right.
But for some reason, I am drawn back to the mystique of bass fishing time and time again. There's something about it that's etched deep in me, man, that bass fishing's my deal. But so I want to ask you this, all right? And agree or disagree with these statements and then explain, okay?
Okay.
All right? Now, bass fishing is magical. Bass fishing is magical. Agree or disagree? And explain.
Agree 100%. I mean, there's, like you said, there's something about getting that bite from a bass, setting the hook. I mean, you could break off a largemouth bass that weighs 4 pounds on 50-pound braid. I mean, it can happen,
Yes.
And it's just, and I mean, there just, you don't, I mean, I don't know. It's something about it, and it's just, and a lot of people won't understand it, but the guys like me, you, and everybody else watching that is, they know what we're talking about, and it's hard for people that haven't experienced it. And that's like something I try to do. I try to, anybody I possibly can, I'm like, hey, try this, so and that's what, that was when I was doing guide trips. That was like one of my most favorite things. Someone that never bass fished, and I would take them, and then they would end up buying a brand new boat, all new equipment, everything. I love seeing that. And really,
exactly, man.
Really,
I mean, that's paying it forward. That is teaching. That's what keeps the evolution going. All right, agree or disagree? Bass fishing is filled with anger.
no,
He laughs. He laughs right at that.
It's not completely for me. It's not, but there is some times where he definitely gets more frustrating than anything you've ever done, that I've ever done in my life. Where, you can't figure it out, or some days you just can't hook them. That's I have it to this day. I just blows my mind.
Why?
I have no idea. And
I've been experiencing that the last 3 days during the spawn. Like fish are doing the craziest stuff. They'll run right at you, and I got the rocket, dude. Like 10 to 1. It's it's like stupid 42 inches a line or something, right?
Right.
And I still can't catch them a lot of times. Like they do the dumbest stuff, and we can't get hooks in them. Like, why? How do they know? How do they know?
No idea. But I mean, that's I've experienced it in the tournament where you're like, man, I should have over 20 pounds today, and you come in with one fish. It's mind blowing, and I mean, if someone could ever figure that out, it's so weird. I mean,
well, you brought me right to it. Here's the next thing. Not only the anger, but now it brings you to bass fishing is mystical, right?
Because 100%.
The elements. What's mystical about it? What is mystical of bass fishing?
Man, it's just the thinking what they're gonna do, and going and doing that, and then having to do something completely different to catch them that day. It just mind blowing, or something so stupid like putting on a pink worm, or it's something that just makes absolutely no sense, and it's something's like, well, I'm gonna try it because nothing else is working, and it working. It's just mind blowing.
What makes one do that is the mystical part. Like you said it, like, okay, this dumb pink worm, let's try that.
Right.
Like what makes one do that? What makes one?
Man, I don't know. That's the mystical part about it. It's where do these thoughts come into your head, or even allowing you to try it in tournament time. And that's why I think something I've done so much is almost forget about the tournament, forget about, in the back of my mind, I don't know how many tournaments I've been halfway in the day, and I'm thinking to myself, man, I'm not even going to get a check. I'm just going to go try something completely different. And some of the times, it pays off, and it's just, I have no idea where it comes from, but
it's nuts.
It's just,
dude, there's natural anglers. Obviously, you're a natural angler, and they're whatever. Yeah, go ahead, smile, blah blah blah. You're the guy that told me you're finding old checks in your garage that you didn't cash. Okay, I'm not gonna name. You were totally Chevy Chase Caddyshack shit, and you're like, I'm not a natural. Come on, dude.
Those were my kids' fault for getting the mail and throwing it in the garage. I was so mad at them.
John cleans his garage during quarantine and is finding uncashed checks for thousands of dollars.
Yeah, disaster. I was so mad. I was about grounding them for the rest of their life.
Expired checks.
Yeah.
Have you? That's the magic of bass fishing. All right. Bass fishing is simple, yet complex. Agree or disagree, and explain.
100%. I mean, I've seen it where, it's as simple as, putting on a wacky rig general and just going down the bank, to where I've seen it where you have to, nail weight your wacky rig general and dip the tail in some dye and make it, to just get them to eat it, where they won't take it regular. So, I mean, it's amazing how it changes throughout a day.
It's nuts, man. Obvious. Bass fishing is rewarding. Give me an example.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the most rewarding part is when you go and you have the worst tournament of your life and you're like, this is over, and you're thinking of other options to make a living. And then you go out there and win $100,000, in the very next tournament, when you think that when you're completely down, you're out of money, you're like, this isn't working, I got to go do something else. and then you win 100,000. It is amazing.
And you're leaving checks in the garage accidentally. That's rewarding.
Oh gosh,
that's rewarding.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, here's the deal, John. There's got to be a point in professional bass fishing where there's nothing left to achieve. Let's say that I should rephrase that. There's a fictitious place in professional bass fishing where there's nothing left to achieve. Now, what would be the ultimate rewards in professional bass fishing? Speaking of rewarding, ultimate trophies in your eyes.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely be, the classic, when we had the Forest Wood Cup. Now it's the Major League Fishing Cup, or whatever it's called, the new one. That AOY, and just to win any of the tournaments.
I mean, and you won a cup already. I mean, that's a notch. That's a notch.
Yeah, right. But I think us as all anglers, we're never satisfied. I mean, that's why we're always coming out with new baits, catch more fish, better equipment. So I just think that's kind of how we all are. We're never, there's never an ending point where you achieve, this much and I'm going to move on to something else. So you always want to keep doing.
Yeah. I mean, and that's kind of where
one Bassmaster Classic trophy isn't enough. You want another one, you don't want just one of them.
It's the Kevin syndrome, I mean, that's
right.
The whole, I mean, you kind of were leading me there or going where I was going, I should say. So basically, yeah, I know you want to win a Bassmaster Classic. We've talked about it before. And then of course, add Angler of the Years in there. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So you add all those to your resume, and then the only place to go is just to stack. You just stack.
You just stack them.
You just stack them.
Right.
How many trophies do you think you got in your garage?
I have quite a few. They were all in the closet for a while, and then we started moving them around. When Melissa started cleaning the house and stuff. But we probably have. I don't know, maybe 30 or 40 of them. I don't know.
A little bit of gatherers. Yeah. Freaking hoarder. So you. so I mean, speaking of trophies, like last time we had Aaron on. Aaron's coming on the show next week. I was talking.
Awesome!
Yeah,
awesome. I've been following up with him a lot on Instagram and stuff, and and checking on him every day. So if anybody wants to, he's doing a lot of posting on Instagram and stuff. So that's what I've been keeping up with him on.
Absolutely, and it's good to see him in good spirits.
Mm-hmm.
What I was getting at is he when he was on the show last time, he was in his garage and he was like finding trophies that were just put away. Like you, and
right.
I think it was like, and Andy would know, but he's like, here's a Century belt. I think that's a Century,
right.
Century Club, 100-pound club. There it is, Aaron.
Right.
It's pretty awesome, but I mean, it's the same thing, man. You start to gather it up. You start to gather it up. Hey, you know what I think is really cool about you?
What's that?
Your dad.
What's that?
Your dad. I like your dad.
Yeah.
Anytime an amazing professional angler's dad lets you know that you got the best damn talk show going right now, that's the deal. That's the deal.
Right.
When ready,
Yeah.
Now we have the army of Ronnie Moore's dad, Ron Moore,
right,
and Reddy Cox.
Yeah, my
man.
dad's a huge fan of the show. He loves it. He's like, when you going on there with Pat again? I'm like, I don't know.
Dude, I want to fish with you both someday. That would be an amazing time. Because I'm real quiet and stuff, and I don't know.
Right. My dad used to be a football and weightlifting coach.
Yeah.
So he gets, he lets you know when you suck.
Yes, I love it. See? That's what toughens up America right now. We need that.
Yeah, I when I first started, boy, if I got second, I think I got second at Okeechobee in my first big tournament, and Scott beat me. And boy, my dad he was so mad at me for getting second. I was like, Dad, it's second. He's like, yeah, but it's not first. So I just, it's kind of kept me to push for more each time.
So I am just going to keep working harder then, because in your dad's eyes, we're number one in Bass Fishing Talk Show. And in reality, we're like number 27 behind Digging for Earthworms with Lefty. So I mean, all that freaking matters is that we're number one in Reddy Cox's eyes. That's it.
That's right.
That's it.
That's all that matters. That's
care about
huge. Yeah.
Forget about it. Forget about it, man. Hey, let's. I want to ask you this. And one of the cool things about being a Bass Fishing Talk Show host is you get to ask questions that are self-serving a lot of times. All right. And,
right.
And I know that. Tomorrow night, by the way, you are with Peter Gluzak, from Lemonade, New Jersey, on the Bass University, BassU.tv.
Yeah.
And you guys are talking about bedding fish.
Yeah, that should be really exciting. I always seem to get on there and expose a little too much than I probably should.
So I want you, John, please remember this, okay?
Right.
Remember this in your brain.
Right.
You got to ask Pete this question tomorrow when you're on the air.
Right.
When you're on Bass University tomorrow live, you ask Pete Glusick. Right. Pete, what do you think is the best way to bed him down?
I already know. It's Black Cinco. Guaranteed that's what he's going to say.
No, let's rephrase this. Let's rephrase this.
Right.
Let's rephrase this. Pete, what do you think is the best way to bed the big girls down? You ask him just like that, okay? Do you promise, John, as a friend? Promise?
I promise I will ask him that
Pete,
tomorrow.
what is the best way to, and emphasize, bed him down?
Bed him down,
All
okay.
Right. And here's why I'm saying this. I'm just going to let in on, whenever, I know everybody that watches Ike Live, everybody that watches sometimes when Bass University goes that direction, or anything, or when Pete Glusick's on here, if he's talking about babes, he used to be like, yeah, we were really good at bedding them down. And I'd be like, dude, like, who says that but a deer? Like, are you thinking deer in the wood thoughts?
Right.
But anyway, have fun on Bass UTV tomorrow. But back to the but anyway, dude, I know that you made just like a hella amount of money off the wacky rig. Like, I mean, you've already mentioned it like 6 times already. You know.
Right.
I mean, you hate deep water.
Yeah. And that bait, it's I think what it has helped me do is it's helped me close them out. It's helped me on those days I'm not able to catch them as good as I did on the other days, either with a dirty jig, swim jig, or or flipping or something,
sure, winding something,
fishing.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. It just really saved me on those days that I would normally bomb.
But I finally, here's why I'm asking. I finally got a spinning rod yesterday. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I got a spinning rod in the boat now. This is true.
Right.
It's a true story. It's a true story. So, with that being said, I want to have like a John Cox wacky rig ready to go in the rod box of the Crestliner. All right. What is that? Give me your setup from the rod and reel to the line, to the hook, to the bait, to the weight, whatever. Tell me, and I know it's on other platforms, but I'm asking.
Right. I mean, the one I cannot live without is a 7-foot Fancista, Abu Garcia spinning rod with a Revo.
Is that a medium? The medium?
Yeah, I like the medium. So I'll actually change it up. I'll use the medium if I'm throwing a number 1, and if I'm throwing an 8-pound 100% fluorocarbon leader.
Okay.
To like 4, 6, 8-pound fire line, I'll use the medium. And then I'll up it when I use the medium heavy. I'm gonna have 8, 10-pound fire line I'm going to have a 10-pound, 100% fluorocarbon leader. And I'm going to put a bigger, like a 1/0 finesse wide gap hook. And then, I mean, I truly love the Max Scent Generals.
There's something about those that Max Scent.
Man, they are incredible. I mean, when I'm catching a fish and one jumps and throws it and slings it off, I don't know how many times I've seen another fish come up and eat that worm before it sinks to the bottom. I mean, they just love it. And I would probably have to go with a 5-inch, either in baby bass or I've really been throwing straight black a lot, you know, and it's
you can't go wrong for real.
Two.
In any watercolor.
Yeah.
Same deal. I throw the black dolphin, but you said medium heavy when you go to the 10-pound leader on the rod?
When I up the braid a little bit, I go at a little bit the 1/0 finesse wide gap instead of a number 1. You know, and then I might also the medium heavy. Sometimes I'll just rig it Texas rig, and put like a 1/16 on the front of it. You know, and throw that around a lot too.
Oh, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's straight, like just rigged vertically.
Yeah. And I mean, and that's like when you're getting around. You know, if I'm getting hung up with the wacky a lot, that's when I'll go to the Texas rig.
And you like the fire line?
Keeping it super simple.
You like the fire?
Yeah, I love the fire line. I mean, it has been my favorite forever. I mean, I think I've used fire line since I started fishing. So I mean, it's
I mean, it obviously
it's never let me down. So I mean, it is by far my favorite.
So you're using again as your, let's say, main line is what pound test fire lines?
On the medium, I'm using 4, 6, sometimes 8.
That's so light though.
On the medium heavy, I'm using 8 to 10.
But correct.
It is, but it's. I mean, Fireline's amazing line. I mean, it's probably. I mean, I think it's some of the best line ever made. You know.
But the breaking strength of the Fireline is still like similar to the breaking strength of the pound test, isn't it?
Nah, you go.
I mean, I know I know. I mean, believe me, I know this stuff's tough.
I've honestly, I don't think I've ever broke off 8-pound Fireline on anything ever.
That's awesome.
You know, so, I mean, it is good stuff. So I mean,
I got the new X9 stuff. I'm anxious to try that on the spinning.
Too. Yeah, that's what I use on almost all my bait casters.
The 9 or the 5?
The 5 and some on the 9. Like I like throwing my top water on the 9, but I like swimming my jig on the 5. So,
gotcha. Okay, well, like so.
Yeah.
So why do you like swimming a jig on the 5 as opposed to the 9?
Well, so I feel like the 5 is I mean, believe it or not, like I really truly believe that the 5 has less stretch than the 9.
Wow.
And it's a little more sensitive than the 9. And like the way you can tell is when you take the braid in both fingers and you go to unravel the way it's wound up. If it's spongy and you actually see it come unwound like the 9, it's not going to be as sensitive as the 5, you know, and the 5 is woven a lot tighter.
Gotcha. So why am I using the 9 on spinning then? Like, why did I get but the 9 casts further?
It's smoother. 9 is smoother.
Okay, that makes 100%.
sense. 100%.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, 9 is 100% smoother for sure.
Okay.
I like a lot of times those fish come up and get the jig and like all I'm feeling is them pushing it, you know, coming underneath it. And that's why I really like the 5 for that.
Hey, let's just play rapid fire. And you say
okay.
You say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
You ready? Guns and knives.
I think of Guns N' Roses.
Okay, I gotcha. Very good. I like it. I like where you're going. Books.
Oh, it just makes me sick. It makes me think of school.
That's great. Bill Dance.
Oh, I love Bill Dance.
Who doesn't?
I love Bill. I love how he goes to ponds that are loaded and just jacks them. That's like if I had a TV show, that's what I would go to the best ponds with the biggest fish and just lay into them.
That's what we want
one
to
after
see.
another.
That's what we want to see. Yeah.
That's what I love watching that.
Bill's-
I can watch him catch an 8, 9, 10 pounder over and over and over.
Absolutely. It's Bill Dance, dude. It's Bill Dance.
I know it. I want to go fishing with him one day. Bill, if you're watching, me and Pat want to go fishing.
Yeah, I promise you he's not. Well, I used to know Bill as a kid. True story.
Right.
We're not going to get into the whole thing now, but I did know Bill as a kid, and then I finally got to interview him when I did the old radio show. And going back a minute, we did have him scheduled for Legends, but something happened. But anyway, I got to interview him on my old radio show, and I was all excited, got to talk to him about stuff that we did together as a kid, and he did not remember who I was, John. He had no...
Bill's getting old. He probably,
This was 10 years ago, too, but he was still old then. So.
Yeah, I want to take it too personally.
No, I didn't. My therapist got me through it. It's fine. Thousands and thousands of dollars. Dave Mercer recommended me to his therapist, and everything's great now. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thanks, Dave. You're watching.
Right.
Hey, words. Power bait.
It's what's keeping me afloat and fishing. I mean,
it's keeping the lights on.
Yeah, it is keeping the lights on. I'm catching fish when it's super tough, and I feel like I'm more consistent now than I've ever been, and I'm more dialed in with the power bait than I've ever been. So it's definitely it's really good stuff.
What's worse, being sexually frustrated or bassually frustrated?
Oh, bass 100%.
100%, because there ain't no cure for bassual frustration.
There is not
except catching one.
Right.
Hey, give me a percentage of line percentage, fluorocarbon, braid, mono percentage in John Cox's life.
So I'm probably 80% braid, 10% mono, 10% fluorocarbon.
80, 10, 10.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. When's the mono? Like is there a straight mono?
I like throwing like the spin rocket on mono. Sometimes I'll throw the Jaywalker on mono if it's really, really calm and clear water.
What mono are you using? The Sensation?
I'm big game.
Big game, dude. Yeah, I got you.
Dude,
okay.
I remember I bought my first roll of big game at Walmart when I was like.
I stole my first roll of big game at Walmart.
Oh, oh man, yeah. So I love big game.
Heck yeah, dude! You can't go wrong there. I caught me a few tarpon in my days on that big game, buddy.
Right.
I'll tell you. All right, let's talk about bass fishing dreams. Okay, our life dreams, bass life, right. whatever it might be. So. There's two kinds of dreams, right, John? There's like, there's nightmares, right?
Right.
And then what do you call like a good dream? Like what's a good dream? Like I'm thinking like wet dream, but that's not the right. Yeah. That's not the right. That's a good dream. Yeah. But I mean,
I guess I don't know. It'd be a good dream.
A good dream. Or, so there's good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Good ones and bad ones.
There's good ones and bad ones. Okay,
and
so
really good ones.
And really good ones. All right. So anyway, like, what is a dream vehicle for you, and what is a nightmare vehicle, or a good dream vehicle and a nightmare vehicle?
I think the dream vehicle would be it would probably be like a nice Suburban or Yukon or Sequoia, some kind of big.
Okay.
All tricked out. I really wanted something I can just keep all my fishing stuff in and never have to move it in my house or anything. Just keep all my stuff in it.
Big mobile office.
Yeah. One of those big vans that put all that stuff in it, could stand the rods up in it.
What if you had just like a specific going to get a Slurpee car? Like, what would that be? What would John Cox's going to 7-Eleven Circle K to get a Slurpee car? What would that be?
Man, I would take a moped up there. I'm so close to 7-Eleven, even though you're kind of making me want to relapse, Pat. So I don't know. We just won't talk about Slurpees. But
you're off the Slurpee.
I'm off the Slurpees. I've been.
Is that why you're looking trim, or is it just bike rides?
Yeah, right.
You can't tell me you're watching what you're eating, John.
No, I'm not watching what I'm eating, and I think I quit drinking Coke and Coke Slurpees, but I've been really hard on the Red Bulls, and then Keith got me one of those Bang energy drinks the other day.
Oh, that's Jimmy Houston's drug of choice.
Is that his?
I swear to God.
That about killed me. It was so bad. And my brother came over and he's like, man, he's like, shut up. And I'm like, what? He's like, you won't stop talking. He's like, shut up. So like I was going 100 miles per hour. So I drank one the very next day and I kind of like him. Yeah,
dude, seriously, like Jimmy Houston came on the show during Legends Month and he was on the Bang, bro. Like,
no, he wasn't.
Oh, dude.
That will kill him.
Hey, get off can I get a verification from somebody, please?
Someone needs to call his wife.
Yeah,
someone needs to call his wife.
It's got the creatine, Pat.
Yeah, is that what that is?
That's why he likes it. It'll get you going.
He's like, he loved it so much. He's like not a sponsor, but he's like, I'm on the Bang, man. I'm like, we all like the Bang, Jimmy. And he's like,
I'm telling you. It was like the first time I ever had a Red Bull or a Monster. I mean, it hit me and I was just like, oh my gosh. I took another sip and
so I drink one energy drink a week, and that's before the show. Honest to goodness, I drink. I swear to God, every Wednesday night I drink one. I drink my coffee every morning, absolutely. Right. But like I used to be an energy drink just junkie, 100%.
Right.
But I drink, and man, it's nice because you feel it. You're like, Foop.
Right.
All right, let's go. Red light live. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like that's how you are.
Yeah.
All right, back to dreams.
Okay.
So, a good dream and a nightmare vacation. What's that? Vacation.
A good dream would be it would probably be on Lake Champlain.
Ooh.
Catching smallmouths.
Yeah.
On my spin and run. And a bad dream would be in Florida in the summertime on any of the lakes.
Florida on any lake in the summer. All right, here's a tough one. A nightmare fish and a good dream fish.
Nightmare fish 100% is probably the fish I lost last tournament at Lake Martin. I mean, it was just nightmare fish. Ate it first cast. It was a good one for Lake Martin. It was 6-7 pounds. Ooh. I'm like, oh, I got this one. And it come off halfway to the boat.
Oh.
That was nightmare. Good dream would be that 10-pounder I caught at the Bass Elites when I only weighed one fish that day.
You had a 10-pound limit though in one.
Yeah.
Knock that out. Hey, who is the dream babe and the nightmare babe? The good dream babe and the nightmare.
Dream babe's definitely the wife.
Of course.
Nightmare babe is probably someone I dated in the past.
You'll name no names.
No names.
Okay. That's fine. Hey, a song that good dreams are made of, and a song that nightmares are made of. Like,
I guess I don't know. I really like my Avenged Sevenfold "Hail to the King," my weigh-in song.
Yeah.
And that's a good one. And then Nightmare would probably have to be some kind of Marilyn Manson stuff.
Get y'all scary.
Yeah. And then I'm like, why do I like this song?
I know. So real quick, and I won't get into this, but actually, when I lived in Boca Raton, Florida, and I played in the band the Gomads, Nuts Gone Mad, our neighbors, that was our name, Gomads, Nuts Gone Mad, and our neighbors at the rental space were Ambougalard, who became Marilyn Manson, and the Spooky Kids, who eventually became Marilyn Manson. So I used to know Brian and those guys and steal their beer. Long story short. But anyway, Gomads, Nuts Gone Mad. Little history.
It's crazy. Wow.
Speaking of history, I want to talk to you about bass fishing history. Okay? I want to talk to you about history. Now,
all right.
do you remember your first, John?
Yeah.
Your first what? You don't even know what I'm talking about.
Bass.
No. Your
first what?
Your first your first 10. You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Your first 10-pound bass.
Yeah. I caught it out of a one-person canoe that I had hid it in the woods by my house, and
Nice.
I would paddle it to this farm pond that was off the woods, and I actually caught it on when Jimmy had his face on the Terminator spinnerbait.
Yes.
That's what I caught it on, and man, it pulled that canoe all over the place. And I caught the rod. I remember the rod so specific. It had you remember the little short handle on it?
Of course.
You know, that when you set the hook and it about break your wrist.
Yeah, I've actually messed my wrists up seriously using a pistol grip rod the last couple weeks. Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Yeah, I don't know how we used those back then, but yeah,
dude,
it must have been a lot tougher than we are now.
So it's unbelievable. Like even when you're just winding a spinnerbait, I've been bringing it to ponds. My cousin Little Wayne is in town. So we've been running around fishing some ponds, and I got one of those Ambassador Morums, dude. Those round.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so sick, dude. The Sweden ones. Oh, they're so sick.
Right.
And I got it on a 5.5-foot pistol grip rod that I had from when I was a little kid, dude. And I've been hitting the ponds with them, and I'm seriously, my wrists hurt from that rod. Like seriously hurt. It's like messing my game up a little. My real game.
That's what all the old timers are having to get all them surgeries done on their wrists and forearms and stuff. That's all because of that, probably.
How old were you when you got that fish, that 10-pounder?
I must have been probably 10 or so.
Okay.
I can't believe, like, I think of my kids now, and I don't know how, Mom, if you're watching, I don't know how you let me go fishing all those times, but thank you.
Especially paddling alone into a gator-infested farm pond.
I know. Oh gosh, I mean, there was gators bigger than that boat out there. I'd be out there by myself.
You didn't care.
Well, I loved it.
It's the mystical magic of bass fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the bass professor, Doug Hannon?
Yep.
Dude, that guy was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's bass fishing history. Seriously, like he was a cuckoo, and he loved the bass. He loved largemouth bass. He had, like, I don't know how many fish 10 pounds or over. I think it was like 500 for real, remember?
Yeah.
Remember? He, like, documented, like, 500 plus. Like, could you put a number on that? Like, how many?
Oh, I'll never get there. I don't think.
But I mean, guess. Just guess where you're at, like, in your life.
Of 10 pounders?
Yeah, 10 plus. 10 plus.
Maybe 20 or 30. I don't know. I don't always catch them. I've grabbed a lot of them. Like, especially when I was doing guide trips, I grabbed a lot of big fish. Like ones I was like, wow, and I didn't want to embarrass myself and be like, hey, can you get a picture of me holding it? After one of my guys would catch it, but there's a lot I really wish I would have got a picture with.
What's the biggest one you ever seen, got your hands on?
Probably the one, I had a guy that came down and I think he caught a 12, 14 or so. That was a pretty big one. I did catch one on a shiner. I didn't have a scale, but I mean, that was probably the biggest one I ever seen. And it was probably at least that big, if not bigger.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's the guy that caught the 12, I think it was 12. It was either 12 pounds, 14 ounces or 12 something. He went out that night and got it tattooed on his arm.
Yes. Yeah, that's badass. That's freaking bass fishing,
He's
dude.
like 20 years trying to catch that. And we go out the first day and fish for 3 hours and catches that one. So he was thrilled. Dude,
there's a very special 10-pounder that was that made its way into the bass fishing galaxy's heart. Just a very short time ago, and that's a bass named Walter. And seriously, man, like you guys put heart and soul into saving that fish, your entire family and Keith, everybody, man. I mean, like you guys went all out, like, and so for those that don't know, tell the story. Like, how did Walter? Where did you come about, Walter?
So we were filming a Crestliner live. We were trying to shoot tilapia, and it was just a complete failure. Like we got in there, there was a couple tilapia. I couldn't shoot them. I sucked with a bow, and it just it was rough. But after the live was over, I was like, man, Keith, did you see that giant fish with that? It looked like looked like it was cut in half. And we trolled over there in the area. We saw him, and that fish swam up to us at the boat. Like it was so sad. Like he was blind in both eyes. We didn't know if a gator got him or what. And man, it was like we didn't know what to do. We just reached down and grabbed him.
Right, of course.
It was about dying.
It's a big one, like you. That's your heart.
Yeah,
you feel that. You feel that.
We were all, it was me, Keith, and Melissa, and we were looking at each other, and we were just like sick. Like we didn't really know what to do, and he was bleeding so bad. I mean, it must have happened right before we got in there, and
this was a Sunday, right? This was a Sunday.
I think so. And so, and the boat traffic's been incredible everywhere. I mean, everybody's out fishing and stuff. So
right.
I'm thinking either a prop or an alligator or a bear or something.
A bear.
Hit that fish. Something. I mean, I don't know. But
mountain panther.
Something. I mean, it could have been a panther. We got them down.
I know you do.
I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know. But
cougars.
Yeah, we didn't know what to do. And Melissa was like, we could go put him in the bathtub. And me and Keith looked at each other, and we took off for the ramp and headed to the house. And I thought for sure, I was like, it's not even gonna make it. It was bleeding. The whole live well was red. And he was like turning back and forth.
You brought it home. You got it in the tub. You got some G juice in there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You went and bought a stump. You went and bought a
well, he was doing so well in the bathtub.
He was.
I thought he was gonna die. Like I thought he was gonna die. Put him in that sling because he couldn't stay upright. Next morning, he was going back and forth in the bathtub because he couldn't turn around because he was so long. He was like 29 inches long.
Dude, I know.
Yeah,
it's like almost 3 feet.
So, yeah, I know. So
it's like a muskie.
So I went and spent my whole stimulus check on a tub, a filter, got new bubbler lines, and then got him like a $50 stump.
I saw that awesome stump.
Yeah, that is an awesome stump. But I think I'm going to set it up in my backyard in the pond.
Yeah,
so I have something to
as a
run
memory.
My square bill by.
Bang some frit sides.
Yeah, bang some frit sides off. But yeah, man. And then he just, it was so sad when he died. It was like he just like when your car runs the best before it blows up, or your boat motor or whatever it is, like he was in there and he looked good. He's swimming around, and then he just kind of like started like almost like it looked like he was having a heart attack, and his gills were kind of flaring, and he just like I kind of held him upright for a second, and he was dead within like 3 minutes. He, like stiffened up, and just I honestly I think we had him for 2.5 days or so. I think I only slept about 3-4 hours, because I was constantly checking on him, and man, it was just, I've never been so sad before in my life.
I know, dude. I mean, it's a big deal. And seriously, there's bass in history that are a big deal. And Walter has become one of those bass. I am not kidding. I'm saying this sincerely, sinceriously, as we say on this show.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember. I know it was before your time. Your dad might remember, but Tom Mann had a bass named Leroy Brown that lived in his office in a tank.
Oh, wow.
That I believe was some sort of rescue fish, or was kept because it was in bad shape. And Google it sometime, John. It's Tom Mann, the great Tom Mann of Mann's Baits in Eufaula, Alabama.
Eufaula.
Yep. He had Leroy Brown. I mean, and of course you know the story of Dottie. Right, I mean, everybody, California Dottie, that world record fish,
Right.
And I think they eventually found Dottie afloating,
Right.
But now Walter.
Yeah, we so we'll have Walter back in about probably about 2.5 months. We went and dropped them off to get mounted. So
are you keeping the chunk out, or I mean, seriously?
I was really hoping to have the chunk part, and I called him back, and the guy already cleaned them and
filled the chunk.
And, so we'll see. Maybe he'll be able to redo it on his good side, but yeah, I just couldn't. I couldn't bury him. I was like, man, that's the fish. I weighed him once he died, and he was 10-15. So I mean, that was with the chunk missing and stuff. So he was 11-pound fish, when he was healthy.
Bigs.
Yeah, it was a big, and he could have been. He could have been. I mean, he was sick, and 29-inch fish. I mean, that's a
dude. That's great. That's yeah. That's like North.
You get 10 pounds. I mean, I've caught in ones that have been over 10. They're only 25 inches, 24. So I mean, I don't think they get much bigger than 29 inches. So
I never heard
crazy.
Of it. Hey, hold on 1 second, okay? I got something for you. Hold on. Come right back. All right, John. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. I got something special worked up for you.
All right.
Are you ready? And feel free to. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
How's that, John?
Yeah.
All right. Here it goes. This is the story of Walter. He lived in Melissa's bathtub. Walter has gone to heaven, but he lives in all of our hearts. This is the story of Walter. He lived in Johnny's bathtub. Walter has gone to heaven, but he lives in all of our hearts. That's the story of Walter.
That was amazing.
Well, thank you.
That brought a slight tear to my eye.
Well, thank you. It's true. It's Walter.
I finally got over Walter, and I'm reliving it all over again.
That's the magic of a bass fishing talk show, my friend.
Oh man,
Walter's a big deal, dude. For real, it is.
I'm telling you, I think I did 4 or 5 interviews for him. It was I was like, wow. So I didn't really do anything too much stuff over the break here, but Walter got all kinds of stuff.
Walter got some press and well deserved. I may add. I may add. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, dude. I have never, dude. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, John.
Oh man,
I know what it's like. I mean, I know what it's like to lose a pet, man. I really do.
It is the worst.
And a bass. Like, I've never had a 10-pound bass pet.
Yeah,
it's actually pretty cool, John. If you think about it, it's pretty badass. Hey, all right, I'm shifting. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I had to talk about it. I had to sing you a song. It's from my heart. It's how I express myself. Right. We're friends. But speaking of kick ass, I want to tell you again, seriously, how stoked I am with my new Crestliner, dude. And I mean, commercial, not commercial, whatever anybody wants to take this. I have never run a high performance aluminum bass boat before until this XF 189, and it's badass, dude.
It's
100%.
I know. I've actually been considering getting one or the next size down and putting a jet on it just to have it. Like, I was really going to see how much longer the quarantine was going to last, and if it was going to last longer, I was going to get one 100% because, man, it is like you said, it is an awesome boat.
Dude, my boat's cooler than your boat. I've seen your boat, and my boat is cooler than yours.
Yeah, I do miss that boat a lot. That's me and Keith talk about it a lot, and because we had the 17-foot version. That's what I ended up winning the Red River out of, and man, we had some great memories. Killing giant alligator out of it, and then winning that tournament. So I just. It is an awesome boat.
And I have the as you would say, the T&H Marine. I love when you say the T and H, because when I used to get packages in the mail, my mom would say, "Hey, you got a package from the Marine?" Because I'd have it shipped to my mom's house, you know. So you got a package from the Marine. I mean, it's TH Marine, Ma. It's TH Marine. But anyway, I got the jack plate. I got the Atlas on there, and I jacked that thing up to 6, dude, and I tucked that Pro XS under. That 150, I am out of the hole, like seriously, crazy fast, crazy.
Yeah, I think it's faster than a jet ski gets up. I mean, that's the only thing I can compare it to.
It's that nuts.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. It sits you back in the seat. There's no going forward when you step on it. You know, it is super impressive. You know.
Hey, besides running a Crestliner, you and I share another common fear and phobia that I know we are both in therapy for at the moment, and that's that damn deep water, John.
Oh my gosh, I thought you were going to bring something else up.
Well, I might want to know what you're talking about.
No. Yeah, that deep water is awful. That deep water is something else, man. So listen, this is what I did. I mean, since I've been home a lot, I sunk like 20 something brush piles in my pond.
Okay.
You know, and then I have all this old tile in my garage, and I made a mound of tile out in the middle of the lake in like 20 something feet of water.
Yeah, buddy.
So I'm working on my
Look at you getting offshore.
I'm working on it.
Look at you getting all wild offshore.
Yeah.
Wild and out. That's MTV Wild and Out with Johnny Cox.
I remember that. Right.
Well, I got a therapist coming on for us. I got a guy that's going to help you with your deep water phobias. Okay?
All right.
Are you ready? Andy, you clue me in whenever we're ready. And we're going to bring to you a
2 seconds.
Okay. So John, I don't know if you know, but this cat coming on here is from actually his own planet.
Really?
Similar to me and similar to you. We live on our own planets where everybody knows us, and it's great here. It's amazing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right. I mean, it's better that way, right?
Right.
Because you can laugh and giggle or cry yourself to sleep. You got two choices in this world. I prefer to laugh and giggle, John.
Yeah. That's where I'm at.
All right. So I've lost everything now though, but I'm still laughing and giggling. I mean, I'm in the black abyss. I don't see anything. Do you see me, John?
I see you.
I lost you.
Oh, I still got you.
Oh, good. Okay. I felt lonely for a minute.
Yeah, I still got you.
I just see me on the screen. Andy, is everything okay? Andrew?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Oh, he's still on it. Okay. I don't know. Everything went black. So I'm just going to keep talking then. We're trying to do something, John, is what but our next guest is from his own planet, just as you are and I am. So there's no rules when you rule your own planet.
Right.
Does that make sense? All right. So this dude is a deep water expert. He lives on Kentucky Lake, and there it is. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Bass Galaxy, I bring to you Matt Robertson on him. What's up, Matt?
What's up, guys?
What's going on? Say hi to Johnny Cox.
What's up, John? We're about to exercise the demons, buddy.
Man.
Get that shallow water out of you.
Oh, man.
Hail. Go ahead. Get him, Matt. Make him feel comfortable about deep water. Make him feel comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
No wacky rigs.
Oh, gosh. I'm doomed.
Hey, John, I think you know a couple things about Matt. He and I'm just being real here. He pretty much wins most derbs that he enters on Kentucky Lake, and he knows that he knows how to catch him. he knows how to catch them, just like you, John Cox. And you know that you can go shallow. Yeah, you do. Cut it out. Cut it out, Johnny.
Come on, John.
Come on, John. Come on, Mr. Checks in the garage. You know you can catch them in shallow water. And then Matt can catch him in deep water. Okay, so seriously, Matt, I need you to say something to John to make him feel comfortable about deep water. No wacky rigs did not make him feel comfortable, Matt.
That made me freeze up.
That was shrinkage. That was shrinkage.
Yeah, that was. That scared me there.
Okay, so
you have to embrace the deep darkness of the environment.
Oh, okay.
Man.
You can throw your wacky rig, but you got to stick about 5 nail weights in it. Because I know you ain't got another sinker heavy enough.
Yeah, right.
John, you got to do something for me, man.
What do you mean?
As much as you've won, dude, bass fishing is lacking this. And I need you to talk some shit for me. Because as much as you've won, let me win the tournaments you've won, and I will talk so much shit they couldn't fit it.
Oh man!
I'm telling you,
I can't. I'm. Some of those have been so. I wish I could have been like, oh man, I knew I was gonna win that one, but they've all been, you know.
Oh, I know what you mean. It's like how I put that out of my ass.
Right? Yeah. So it's man, I wish I had more where I could talk some crap. But
I guess Matt, you would be more apt to be like Kenny Powers then.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I like to talk shit. And at the end of the day, if I don't catch them, I'm still going to talk shit and tell you to let's go back out tomorrow. Take that one and double down tomorrow. Heads up, you know.
Right.
So, Matt, do you feel comfortable shallow or do you feel uncomfortable shallow?
No, I feel pretty comfortable shallow. I used to consider myself a really good shallow water fisherman, but I'm not. I think I'm an all right shallow water fisherman compared to guys like John. You know, you go out there and I cut my teeth on a few other lakes around here, and man, the shallow water guys who are really good at it, it's just like the deep water anglers, man. They excel at it. They got something going on I don't know about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I won in Florida down there shallow, but
yeah.
I mean, it's.
But you were fishing your comfort zone, though.
I was.
You were pretending you were deep. He was pretending he was deep, John. He really was.
Right.
I threw my little swim bait out there and closed my eyes, and I was like, "All right, Kentucky Lake." And then I'd get a bite.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah, but he just went out there and threw the damn swim bait, and that's the magic and the mystic of bass fishing that we talked about, John. And he pretended in his land of make believe where we're on.
Made it happen.
He made it happen.
Right. Yeah.
John, you need to get you one of them hats, one of them on-ems.
Yeah, man, I'm never on them. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. Hey, you ask anybody that's calling me in practice, you go ask Benji. He went with me for 5 or 6 years, and every day one I would come in and he'd be like, I don't know how you did that. He's like, you're amazing.
It just happened. It just happened.
Did not figure it out in practice, and it finally clicks come tournament time, I guess.
I've seen that time and time again.
Right.
Hey, Johnny, you're going peacock bass fishing tomorrow. I know you got early rise.
I went and I usually only get about 5 dozen shiners. I got 7. I'm feeling
that's business.
Feeling
Matt.
like
that's
I feel
business.
Like we're
Matt.
really going to get into them.
Where are you going peacock fishing at?
We're just down there. It's like a Boynton Beach area. There's like a couple little ramps there and lakes, like Lake Ida.
Are you going to Ida?
I don't know if we're going to start there, or we might go past Ida and then work our way back. Because I have to make it back for Pete's thing, so I'm kind of.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think I'm gonna, because I was like, Pete, can I do it in the car? And he's like, I I think I'm gonna get up at like 3 a.m, and I'm
Holy
just gonna
shit,
go
John.
to the furthest point and dump in, and which will take me about 3.5 hours to get there, and then I'll work, my way back unless we're like really hammering them.
All right, I'm definitely letting you go here then, because I don't want Glusick. I don't need the dean yelling at me, because you got to be at home and you got to have bait ready, John. You got to show them.
Oh yeah,
You got to
that's
show
right.
sight fishing baits.
Yeah.
Have your stuff ready, Matt. I'm trying to tell this Bass Pro how to do a damn informative talk show tomorrow.
Right.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. So get get that together. Knock them out. And I hope. Oh, what's them fish on Lake Ida? That's those knife clowns.
Yeah, those and I don't know, knife fish or whatever.
Yeah, dude, those are awesome, right? I never caught one.
Yeah, I only got one. They fight back. It's like they play tug of war with you when you're fighting them. Like they pull backwards, I guess, or swim backwards. That's pretty crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
You know who I hope is out there? Just so you could send me pictures. Is Dar Sizzle? Do you know who Dar Sizzle? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever see her?
She might be out. Yeah, I think I run into her like once or twice.
I'll bet she smells good. She just looks like she smells good.
Right. I'll tell her you said, hey, Pat.
Hey, please do. She'll have no idea who I am. Tell her the creepy old guy that hosts a bass show says she looks amazing and smells good. But anyway, John, before we go, speaking of smell good, we need to give away that, or we need to know. Did I make you cry again?
No, I'm just laughing.
So much. Sorry. Okay. So, what are you giving away? What's the John Cox fun pouch? What's the Cox pack?
I got a box with a bunch of max scent and power bait stuff. I'm actually gonna dig from my box of stuff I'm testing.
Ooh.
So it's a lot of new stuff. It's been out maybe for the last year or so, but I just haven't had much time to test a lot of it. Like I'm still trying to get those dialed in.
So wait, did you design this stuff?
No. This is stuff that I just haven't had time to play with, and I've been using a lot of it in my pond. And,
why didn't B-Rad didn't send Stray Casts any?
No, I have so much stuff. That's my thing. I grab. We have so much stuff at Berkeley. Is I try to learn every plastic we have, and I have a box of ones that I have been testing and trying to work them into the tournament stuff. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a whole bunch of that stuff and box it up and send it to you guys.
That's pretty badass. And we'll get you that information. So give John time too. It is quarantine, and it's not always the most convenient thing to go to post offices and all that. But here's the deal. That's a cool opportunity. Hand-picked baits from one of the best anglers on the planet, John Cox. Like and share this feed if you have not already. Like and share this live Facebook feed. Take your feed off of private so we can put it in the randomizer and you have a chance to win it. If you don't already like John Cox's Facebook page, John Cox's Instagram, and Matt's stuff too while you're at it, go in there and like all this stuff because John's giving you an amazing opportunity here. And John, we thank you for all of the amazing stuff that you have done for this show since the first time you came on. And I mean that sincerely, as we say.
Thanks, Pat. I mean, I love coming on here. This is something my dad really looks forward to. So I just appreciate you guys having me on. And hopefully we'll do this again soon. We get the tournaments going again.
Well, we had the Crestliner on tour with John Cox worked out, and some crazy virus kind of screwed us up, didn't it?
Yeah. Maybe it'll get rolling again. And,
we'll get it going, dude, and we'll talk about it. We look forward to life on the new tour of life because it's the fall tour. So I can look forward to that, bro. All right, John Cox, thank you so much. Go to bed. I know you're not. You're going to Taco Bell. Catch some peacocks tomorrow.
Give me a taco.
Yeah, we'll probably hit it up first. All right, see you guys.
Peace. Thanks, Johnny.
Appreciate it.
Later.
See you, Matt. Bye.
Yeah, Matt. What do you think about that? That's John Cox.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy,
Yeah.
Me and him may have more in common than you think, because whenever you asked him about the nightmare songs and everything.
Yeah.
I swear I thought Marilyn Manson's Sweet Dreams. And then it's like, really, dude?
You just
mind
melded.
Steal my song out of my head?
you just mind melded.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, I want to kind of get into the psyche of you, Matt. You're a very interesting individual, okay? I met you at the first time 2 classics ago.
Yeah.
And more so, we got to spend a little time together this classic. But I think that you have a very interesting and positive, confident outlook on life. Okay?
Yeah, man, the simplest way to put it is I think I have a level of confidence. Personal opinion, I have a level of confidence, unforeseen, and I know a lot of people take it as arrogant. I take it as I'm going to take your money at the end of the day, I mean, I'm trying to do this for a living, and your paycheck that came Fridays, coming here on Saturday. So
you ain't no shy boy.
No, it just is what it is, and I've been like this since I was young. Me and the boy I grew up fishing with, son, they used to, we was a couple cocky young punks, we was 16 years old talking shit, but it's just the way it is, dude. I mean,
absolutely.
And I think there's more people like that, in bass fishing. I would say 70% of bass fishermen, I would have to say, are fake.
Are fake?
I hate to say that. I'm not going to say fake. I think they really keep their personalities held back.
Okay, I see you there. Because they might
because
be
the sponsors.
Exactly. One of the first people to not do that yet still do it was Mike Iaconelli.
I agree 100%.
He held back but didn't hold back. Because if he didn't hold back a little, we probably wouldn't have a Mike Iaconelli in professional bass fishing.
No. I would say he's probably the most controversial angler that there's ever been.
Yeah, and love him or hate him, he's done a lot of good things for the
I
sport.
agree.
But a great example of what you're talking about. So this is what I want to ask you, Matt. Okay, and tell me what this means to you. The man, and this goes to the whole bass fishing thing, and your psyche. All right, the man in the cage is always full of freedom because the road to freedom is hard. What does that mean to you? Think about that. The man in the cage is always full of freedom because the road to freedom is hard. What does that mean?
You're trying to break your way out of the cage, the whole time.
Like, you are already free. You know what's on the other side, but your entire life is spent trying to get out of the cage, whatever the cage is.
Yeah. My cage is, breaking into professional bass fishing.
Okay.
My cage is the water,
Sure. The water's my playground as well as my cage.
Yeah.
And I like how you said that. The cage you're trying to break is to get into professional bass fishing. You're no stranger to winning on a local level. Probably one of the finest examples of winning on a local level in professional bass fishing in local bass fishing in a long time. You win a lot.
I appreciate that.
Sometimes you win 2 derbs a weekend.
I like those days.
Yes, I know. Dude, you're a force, okay? You're a force on a local level. What does it take for you to break through beyond the local level? What's in your mind? What's your game plan? What are you doing? What's the deal?
So last year's the first year I fished the Opens, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was, in my opinion, to my standards, an absolute train wreck. And I figured out what I was doing wrong. I was trying to get too dialed in and not fishing by my gut. My gut was telling me to do one thing, and I was kind of fighting it. And at the end of the year, I was practicing too much. I was giving myself 5 days of practice. So I went into Oneida at the last one. I said, you know what? 3 days. I'm going to give myself 3 days. I had a 3-day rule before. I'd practice no more than 3 days before a tournament.
Okay.
And that way, whenever tournament time came in, I couldn't be too dialed in. If I had to make an adjustment throughout the day, I was more willing to do that.
You're forced to do it almost forced yourself.
Yeah, I
like
put myself in a certain position to be able to make adjustments easier, instead of getting, too much tunnel vision. And then I made a top 20 at Oneida, and I carried that over this year at Toho. I probably practiced a little too much there, but I come in like 50th at Toho for the first open, and then I went to the Nation Southern Regional down there and won the thing. So
there you go.
I mean, they're not. So I think, I see a lot of, I get on social media and I see comments about this and, people saying about that. Whenever you think of everything, whenever you put effort into something, there's people hating on people. Me and you've talked about it.
Sure.
Certain individuals, people hating on them, jealousy, all that takes energy. And instead of wasting your energy on worrying or focusing on any of that stuff, what people think about you, like Trait Zaldane, she said one of her biggest things was, I watched your show back a couple years ago with you and her, like we talked about. One of her biggest things was, she was worried about what people thought about her. If you took that energy that you were putting into that and focused it solely on your confidence and put your mind, I mean,
it's not it's not
you're
worth it the other
force.
way. Exactly. Why? Because why, like you said, waste your time on any of that energy? Because it takes your energy away.
That's right.
It takes the ability. It makes the cage stronger, dude.
I know that sounds superficial or whatnot, but you are literally putting forth energy into something that has not a damn thing to do with getting you anywhere, And I like Trait. I'm not saying nothing bad about her. I really like Trait. So.
Trait's awesome. No, and I don't think anybody thought you were saying anything bad. I think she was just stating that fact that she was worried about that, and you have to have that confidence that we talked about with you right at the beginning in order to break the cage.
Hey, Pat, that's why they made that finger right there. You just show that to them and go on about your business. They leave you alone. Or get your ass whooped, either one. Leave you alone after.
Hey, they both can be rewarding, quite frankly.
Oh, yeah.
So we're talking about a force in bass fishing. There's a force in Star Wars, right?
Yep.
Okay. There's that force, that out there force, and then there's that individual force, like Kevin Van Dam is a force.
Yep.
In bass fishing. So
you can't tell me that Kevin isn't. I've met Kevin, and he doesn't come off cocky, but he comes off very confident.
100%.
I'm telling you, that dude would never say that you could beat him going onto the water.
No.
I'm telling you.
And
never.
And that's why I brought that up here, because you have a very similar, okay, obviously you guys don't talk the same. You don't look the same. You don't necessarily fish the same. You're both with Strike King. That's pretty cool. But you both have a very similar confidence, a very similar force.
Yeah.
What is the force? What is the force? Not besides confidence, what is that force that you feel you have?
Man, I honestly think it's some, and this is going to sound crazy, I think it's some type of it factor that doesn't have a name. Like, I know guys that try so hard and put the time in, and I love these guys to death, but man, they just don't see the results. I don't know, man. I can't tell you.
I mean, it's like that in any field, whether you are a physician, whether you are an architect, whether you are a fisherman.
I think it's, what you were meant to do, maybe, I don't know. Everybody has their skill, and I think everybody's created equal. It's just how hard you work. But honestly, I think a lot of people don't put in the effort. And And what I mean by that, dude, is I moved to Kentucky Lake here about 5 or 6 years ago. I've always lived within an hour. If I moved down here, I'd get off work at 2:30. I'd go fish, and I'd fish till dark every day. And I thank my wife for dealing with that, But I would fish every day, and then I'd get home at dark, and it'd be 8:30, 9:30, depending on summertime or whatnot. Even if I only had 2 hours, I was still getting out there. And I think people are going to work, coming home, sitting on the couch, and they're not putting in the effort. If you want to win, like I win, you better have your ass out there every day. I don't have to go every day like I used to, especially on Kentucky Lake. But if you want to play ball on Kentucky Lake, you're gonna have to put the work in, and 1 or 2 days a week, the weekends ain't gonna cut it. As far as winning tournaments go.
There are a lot of serious anglers there.
Yeah,
a lot of serious anglers. Hey, dude, I mean, a lot of people know, a lot of people don't know. You've fished the Bassmaster Classic. You got that.
Yeah.
You got that notched.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's pretty cool that you made a Bassmaster Classic. The goal's to win, but
I got to tell you, that was probably the most piss poor executed tournament I've fished in the past 7 years. Dude, I had shit happen to me I can't even explain, dude. I'll tell you about this. I was throwing a big Colorado bladed spinnerbait, right?
Okay. And this is the Tennessee River Derb.
Yeah, this is Tennessee River Derb.
Okay.
Class there, first day of the classic about 9 o'clock. I throw that thing up there and I crank it about 3 times, and I set the hook on one. I'm talking about an absolute giant. Breaks my line in the reel, and my line goes flying out in the water.
Oh.
Okay, listen. I go up there because I could see my line on the water. So I go up there, I dip my line up, and I start hand lining all this line in, and I still got the fish on. It's a 6 or 7 pounder.
Oh.
And I get him up to the side of the boat, and my hands are tangled up in the line. And son, you talk about a nightmare fish. I think about this fish almost every day. I couldn't get my hand out of the line I had pulled up.
Oh, you lassoed yourself.
Yes. It was like a Chinese puzzle around my hand.
Yeah.
And he was laying on his side, and instead of just keeping on going, I tried to raise the fucking thing up into the boat, and it fell off, and I damn near jumped in after him.
Oh my goodness, a 6, 7 pounder.
No, and that was 9 o'clock, and my co-angler, or not my co-angler, but my marshal was from there, and he's like, "Oh my God, dude, that's one of the biggest fish I ever seen out of this lake." And I'm like, "Well, that's fucking great."
There it goes. There's my Bassmaster Classic.
Yeah, absolute. I mean, it was an absolute train wreck.
But the I'm going to say this though, Matt, that Bassmaster Classic was a success for you.
Yeah, it was.
Because like you put you on the map.
Yep.
You showed up in a damn pimp jacket, in a fur jacket, and you owned it. You didn't take that damn thing off. It must have smelled like a drunk sailor whore.
Dude, let me tell you something. That thing is hot. Hot. You sweat. Oh God.
Didn't you buy that like off a naked shaman or something?
Oh yeah, from Germany.
Yeah.
Oh dude, yeah, with the beard. I swear, big old long white beard.
Like in that Zeppelin album.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, ZZ Top, with the Mountain Man jacket on.
So this, for those that don't know, Matt has like this killer pimp jacket that he wore to the Bassmaster Classic first time I met him, and he wears it around and like especially when he goes like to whenever he goes to Cracker Barrel, he likes to wear that jacket. That's all.
Sunday morning.
Yeah, Sunday morning. That's going to Cracker Barrel jacket. Sunday go to meeting Cracker Barrel jacket. But the thing is an amazing kick-ass fur jacket, and you bought it from a dude like seriously in Germany, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's Siberian mountain goat, and dude, I'm telling you, I think people would pay big dollars. This coat, it's a straight up pimp jacket, dude. I'm talking very elegant, it settles in here at the trailer park very nice, you know.
It's amazing.
So.
Now, you know who, like, if you ever wake up groggy and you find that jacket missing, Mark Copley is the culprit.
I believe that.
Yes, he will come in and chloroform you and take your damn jacket. I know Mark. You got to watch
I'll
that.
let you wear it, but it'll cost you.
You got to watch that Strike Kinger, Mark Copley. It's like a panther. It's like a python panther.
He's coming for it.
He's coming for that jacket. You can see Mark in that, right?
Oh yeah, I could.
100%. Now he would have a feather hat to accompany that, I believe.
I could see that. Nice long feathered hat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, what's if you could pick any song in the history of all songs, Matt, that would be your theme song? What is it? What's Matt Robertson's theme song?
Probably, and you may not know this one, Pat.
Well, go ahead.
Probably Nelly, Here Comes the Boom.
Nelly?
Yeah.
Okay. Nelly's the one that peed on people?
Yeah.
Is that? Oh, no, that's R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
That's R.
yeah.
Kelly in the closet. Something like that. Okay, gotcha. So Nelly, Here Comes the Boom. That's your jam.
It was the longest yard soundtrack.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. That's I love the Longest Yard remake.
Yeah.
With Sandler.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw the original with Burt Reynolds, right?
Yep.
Man, damn good. That's like
very good.
Imagine if you mixed The Longest Yard and Deliverance into one movie.
Oh God! You know, I didn't see Deliverance till like a year and a half ago. I swear. I saw it on Netflix. I was like, well, I guess we better watch it, see what all the hype's about, you know?
What happened? How do you feel?
My life is complete.
Here's what I like. I saw that my dad is awesome. Okay. And my dad would let me watch whatever movie I wanted when I was a kid.
Yep.
My mom didn't want that happening, but my dad would let me watch it. I like cool movies like Taxi Driver, you know, Travis Bickle, all that cool stuff. Deer Hunter, you know, stuff that real like maybe little kids shouldn't be watching, you know. And one of them was Deliverance. And the thing that I remember is not all that other, you know, the tree hog calling, the hog wallering in the holler. But is Burt Reynolds and how much of a badass that dude was in that kick-ass like wetsuit deal. He was wearing like a wetsuit deal, right? And then remember when he got like hit on the thing and his muscle popped, like his real, not like hey, I got muscles, but like it was actually like because he cut his arm open on the rock on the Chattahoochee, and a freaking like actual raw muscle and blood was coming out of his arm. And that was like, yeah, dude, that's freaking cool. I was like 6 and I was like, yeah.
He's always been a badass though, man.
I know, dude. Now,
you know?
Burt, like, I don't know if you know this and whatever, but like Burt Reynolds like was in those kick-ass movies before the Smokey and the Bandits. Like, so he was like a moonshiner, dude, like Gator McCluskey. Do you know who Gator McCluskey is?
I do not.
Dude, you need to know who Gator McCluskey is.
I will find out. I'm going to Google it right after we get off.
You Google White Lightning, Gator McCluskey, and that's a badass Burt Reynolds character right there. In fact, I could see you playing Gator McCluskey. I could see you a little Kentucky moonshining Gator McCluskey. You know what I mean?
Must be a good-looking dude.
He got his hat doesn't say on him; it says in him. That's how good-looking he is.
I like it.
Hey, what the hell is on him? What started all that? You sold a zillion of those hats.
Dude, it's a horrible story. I mean, like it's the worst story.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me a bad story.
No, it's not worth telling, Pat. It's not worth. You know, I got a couple buddies from South Carolina was up here for a tour. And they was staying at the trailer park here, and one of them had an On 'em hat, and it was sitting on their dash. I said, "Where the hell did you get that, dude?" he's like, oh, we made it as a joke. I'm like, I need one of them, dude. he's like, you won't wear it. I said, shit, I'll wear it some bitch this weekend. And so they say, you'll wear it? I said, hell yeah. So they give it to me, and I won the next 3 tournaments wearing it. And
freaking awesome.
Yeah, it just kind of, took off from there. I was partners with a guy, and I kind of bought him out and just kind of, running with it.
I mean, even
doing pretty good with them.
Your buddy Fighter, I seen him wearing them.
Yeah, man. I appreciate him wearing it, dude. I mean, I'll tell you, that's probably the most humbling thing that I've seen, that I can honestly say it's really humbled me, is people wearing, one of my hats.
Yeah.
Every time I see somebody wearing it, pictures on Facebook, I mean,
dude, Brian the Carpenter from Mike Live.
I know
his Onum hat smells rancid. It's like old power bait mixed with old Spanish taco woman mixed with dead possum and baby food. I don't even know what happened, but
Brian, I'm gonna send you another one.
He loves
that way
that
you got
hat.
one to fish in and one to wear out.
one to go to Cracker Barrel in.
Yeah, one to go to Cracker Barrel.
So Matt, like, I got to ask you this question. Like, if I ask a lot of anglers this, if you could have any dream sponsor, like, I know on the chat board last week you answered Playboy.
Oh yeah,
that's what my guys told me, and then you confirmed that to me today.
I did.
Yeah.
Man, I would.
But I don't. But I don't want another answer. I don't want Playboy. I want a dream Matt Robertson sponsor. It could be anything your heart desires. It could be Daiwa. It could be anything. Whatever you want.
Oh gosh. Well, I would say Trojan condoms.
Okay.
I'd take a Trojan condom sponsor. And you know how they have those big guns that shoot shirts into the audience?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I want a machine gun, like, those Nerf guns that shoot the disc?
Absolutely. Yes, I do.
I want to shoot, like, hey, come out at the Classic. And,
dude,
be like, protect yourself.
No. I got the slogan.
What is it?
Put one on them.
Dude, it works.
Put one on them. Trojan condoms. Matt Robertson.
Dude, all over it.
Put one on them. Dude, come on. You owe me.
Works.
You're welcome, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah. So talk to your buddies with money. No problem. Put one on them. In fact, invent your own damn condom now, Matt. Because
I may do it.
Screw going to Trojan. You keep the money, Matt. That's why I left radio.
You got to get the money yourself.
Yeah, there it is. Go, Matt. You make your own damn condom. Make sure that you don't make sure they work. You got to field test them. They got to be contraceptive.
I can field test them, Pat.
Yeah.
I think I can handle that.
You gotta have. They have to be contraceptive as well as keeping you free of all LMBV.
If anybody's out there that knows of a supplier, maybe get in contact with me. And tester applications, you can send those too.
On them, put one on them, Pro Staff. You get 10% off now. Code put one on them. Says it right there. So like it's when before you unroll them, it just says and then it's unrolled and it says on them. And there it is.
I like it.
There it is. You're welcome. Okay. Enough of that. We're getting off on
$1 billion idea.
Thanks. I feed the mayonnaise to the tuna fish, sir. Save time. Save me some time. Dude, so seriously, here's the deal. I am going to come see you at Kentucky Lake. All right?
Yeah,
because
I'm ready.
We can catch them any time of the year there. It don't matter. Summer, winter, fall, all that, right? We're going to catch fish.
You come, we'll catch them.
Yeah. So, like, I want to learn. I seriously want you to make me not afraid of deep water. So that's the goal.
Not a problem.
That's the goal. Like what? So a guy like me who forever used an 8-foot flip stick as a depth finder.
Yep.
Like what will I be doing if I go to Kentucky Lake with you in the summer? What will you and I be doing?
So in the summer, we'll be doing a lot of. So if I was to make you comfortable with fishing offshore,
yes,
probably the biggest thing would be teach you how to read a map. And
on the locator?
Yeah, on the locator.
I still say locator.
Teach you how to read a map on the locator.
Okay.
And show you, how to find, community holes. I can look at a map and tell you where the bass are going to be. And then I can look at different aspects of the map and find the spots that almost nobody knows about, spots out of the way. I can pick out all the community holes in the snap of a finger.
And a community hole might be for on a map. I mean, we all know what a community hole is. Everybody fishes it. But a community hole on a map might be that obvious point.
Obvious spot.
That obvious hump in the middle of the lake.
Yep.
So,
and then you can also pick out the places that I'm going to say almost nobody sees with the naked eye whenever you look at the map. It's little things. I don't really want to say it on here, but it's little things.
You're a son of a gun, you old sailor. You see what you just did?
I can't do it, Pat.
Oh, come on. Like,
there are secrets
gosh,
to the trade.
dang it. All right, after you make the elites, then you tell me.
We can do that.
Okay. Promise?
Promise.
All right, but you're looking at the map and there's a little subtlety. Just put us in a similar. Come on, subtle stuff.
Yeah.
What's the direction?
Subtle stuff.
How do we find subtle stuff? Just a little hint, a little clue, a little treasure trail.
Don't look. I don't know.
All right, I'll stop.
Put this for you. No, you're fine, Pat.
Do it.
Dirt.
Where you think you're looking, and you're looking at the map, and whatever you don't think looks good is probably where you need to look.
Interesting.
Where you wouldn't relatively look is probably where you need to look.
Okay. And so still keep seasonal pattern in mind, obviously.
Yeah.
Right. So like, okay, don't waste your time looking at back parts of creeks and some deeper water in a back part of a creek when they're probably in the main lake. So that you don't mean it like that. So stick with your seasonal pattern, but expand your mind and your eyeballs.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't just look for all the defined points and everything. Look at individual contour lines more or less versus a bunch of contour lines.
Okay. Look at individual lines instead of a bunch of them. And I'm going to tell you right now, I like either I don't listen to the pros that come on the show, or something else happened, but I'm feeling more comfortable already. I'm serious, just so you know. All right. So we're looking at this map on the locator. And we're looking for contour lines. So, and we're keeping with seasonal patterns.
I'm going to teach you how to read a map.
Teach me how to read.
And then we're going to go out and we're going to idle until we see them. Summertime. We're going to idle till we see them. We are not going to make a cast until we see bass. Not Asian carp, but bass.
And tell a novice like me, man, like what's the difference? Size on the locator?
So there's still a lot of smaller carp in there. So basically it's the way they appear on the graph. A lot of carp will be in a lot of times though, instead of being like a crisp dot, it'll be like more of a slash, and there'll be a bunch of them,
Okay, well, let's put it this way. What's a telltale sign that it is a bass on your?
The way they're set up. They'll be tight to the bottom within a couple feet. And I'm the past couple years since it's been tough, I've been looking for real small schools, like 2 to 4 fish.
Okay, wow.
And I've actually caught individual fish, and that's how much, confidence I have in my electronics is to catch individual or twos. And like in the Triton tournament, the guy who sponsors me, Sherbert up at Renegade Marine, we was in the Triton tournament. We idled over a spot, and I said, well, there's 2. Picked up, trolling motor, dropped it. We both chucked it back there. I caught one about 3. He caught a 3.5 pounder, and I put my rod down, picked up trolling motor. It's like, well, I said, let's go. And he was like, well, what if there's more down there? I said, there ain't. I said, I only seen 2.
Wow.
And he's like, well, we got to make another. So I make another cast. So I dropped the trolling motor, and we fished about 15 minutes and didn't catch another fish. And he really didn't know what to think about it. But
dude, that's insane. So,
but
like, that is so non-conceptual to me.
Yeah.
I first off, I can't imagine driving around and just looking for fish and not fishing. That's really foreign to me. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fish competitively.
Yep.
I stopped that stuff ages ago, and if they were deep, I didn't do any good anyway. So but the fact that you can pick out a couple fish is pretty amazing. Now, once we find those fish, where you live, they're relating to what? Ledges? That's safe to say, right?
Yeah. It's some type of offshore structure.
Okay.
Contour change, ditches and whatnot.
What is your so we're going out fishing deep, and when I'm going fishing shallow, I got something to flip, and I got something to wind.
Yeah.
And that's going to cover me pretty much, and of course I got variations of blah, blah. But what's your deal deep?
I'm a swim baiter, dude.
Right. That's your...
I am almost, I'm not 100%, I'd say go out there and all day swim bait, but I'm hardcore swim baiter. You always got, I always have a big bull worm on, 6XD, 10XD. I don't throw the 8XD a whole lot. It's kind of like I either go to one extreme or the other. The 10XD, the 6XD. I always have about 4 or 5, actually maybe 6 swim baits on. I treat my swim baits like other people treat their crankbaits. I'll have 6 swim baits on there. A couple of them's different colors, couple different brands, couple different size heads, where other people have all the different size crankbaits for depths on and whatnot. So
yeah, dude, I know you get intricate, man. There's no doubt about it. So the main deal, swim bait, crankbait, big worm.
Yep.
That's going to cover you deep.
Yeah, I think so. Some guys like to throw a jig. I'm not a big jig guy. Sherbert, in that same Triton tournament, he, we was fishing, and I said, he's a big jig fisherman. I said, Sherbert, you got a jig with you. You might try throwing it out there, dude. I didn't have it in the boat.
So what the deal with the swim bait, man? Obviously, you've caught a lot of fish on it, and that's the confidence factor. But is it pretty much a throw out, sink, wind? Do you drag? Do you sweep? What's your deal?
So, man, you don't want to overcomplicate swim bait fishing. So whenever you're fishing deep swim baits with heavy lead, 3/4, 1 ounce heads, you throw it out there, and you have to. A lot of people like to feel the bottom. They like to feel what they're fishing, but you have to get away from that whenever you start swim baiting. The key to swim bait fishing is keeping your bait 2 seconds above the bottom. So whenever you cast out there, say you're in 20 foot of water, you let it hit the bottom, you start reeling it. Reel it a quarter or half of the way in, let it fall, and if it goes 1,000, 2, 1,000, hits the bottom in between, after the 1 second to the 2 second, you perfect. That's the perfect. That's where your swim baits want to be for ledge fishing, is 2 seconds off the bottom. If you're 3 or 4 seconds above the bottom, slow your retrieve down a little bit, because especially on the Tennessee River, a lot of these fish aren't suspending a whole lot. and they're staying tucked down there pretty good. So you want to keep your swim baits within 2 seconds of the bottom.
So you're making the long cast. You let it hit the
Yep.
bottom. You reel a bit. And then you said like halfway through? When are you checking yourself?
Yeah. I mean, a couple times a cast, until you get in tune with it. Like I even check myself as, in tune with them as I am. I still got to check myself because I'll go from fishing, a 10-foot ledge to fishing a 30-foot, ledge. And you really got to be in tune with that retrieve. Just say you cast it out there a quarter to halfway in, let it fall again. And 1, 2, it should hit bottom.
Now, where'd you learn that? Where in the hell would you learn that? Is that from you?
I just kind of, just something I learned myself, catching them.
Something kind of just clicked in you.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit, this is the 2-second deal.
Yeah, it's just, that's the way it works, man.
So what about a crankbait? That's got to bounce, right? A crankbait's got to bounce then.
Yeah, I like a crankbait to be digging the bottom.
It's got a root.
Yeah, there have been a few times where, I see a few fish suspended up, and I'll take like a smaller crankbait, like a 5XD in deeper water. But whenever you do fish them suspended, you got to burn them through there. I mean, really burn it through there to get them to bite it.
What's your deal with the big worm? What's the retrieve with
the big
that?
worm?
Is that
I throw
a
it
dragger?
out there, and actually, instead of just dragging it, I don't really stroke it, like jerk it real hard, but I raise it up probably a couple feet off the bottom and let it fall back, and kind of yo-yoing a worm.
Okay. So you're going way up. You're going way up, like almost 12 o'clock.
Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good ways up.
Okay. And cracking them. Are you a advocate of the of the longer rods out deep, the longer sticks, the 7-11s, the 8-foots for that ledge stuff?
I used to throw cranking. Yeah, I would advocate a 7-11 all day I throw a 5-gear ratio reel. For swim baits, I throw a 7-6. And you want, a lot of people's calling them parabolic rods now.
Yeah.
And I wish they'd shut up because it's too damn fancy. Like, stop trying to fancy this shit up. It's called a moderate rod. It bends from the butt of the rod where your reel is all the way to it.
Yes, sir.
And the reason a lot of people I see making the big mistake is they're throwing a stiffer rod with a fast tip, and you don't want that. And the reason that is picture this. You cast out there on a long cast. You set the hook with a stiff rod, okay? And you're back here. If that fish moves 2 feet to you, your line is now limp, right?
Yes.
Okay. With a more moderate rod that bends more, say I'm a cast out there and I set the hook and the rod is bent way more with from the reel to the tip, then that fish has to move 6 feet to hit slack line. And the biggest thing with swim baiting is you want to keep tension on them because it's easy for them to throw that heavy head or any bigger bait because the plastic weighs more, and keeping tension on the fish is your biggest issue with swim baiting. So a more limber rod keeps that pressure on that bait, because the swim bait fish will have the tendency to run to you. And so.
Yeah. And I subscribe to the same theory for flipping. I use the same parabolic.
Church it up, buddy.
Flipping rod for shallower. What you're with Lou's, right?
Yep.
What's the rod that you use?
I like they have a new super grip rod. It's a Super Duty 2.
Okay.
That's my swim bait rod. If you think it's a little too limber, I like they gotta make a Lou's custom light. It's their extra heavy casting rod. It's a 7-11, medium heavy, and one of those two get the job done. And I always throw a 7 1-to-1 gear ratio reel. Always 7s on my swim baits.
Gotcha. Always 7s.
Yeah. That Lou's Super Duty wide spool. You want a wide spool whenever you're swim baiting, because whenever that retrieve, whenever you have that wide spool, it keeps your gear ratio the same. Whereas a smaller reel, if you cast out there, you get lower in the reel with less line, and it changes your gear ratio as
100%.
you reel it in.
Yep. 100%. That's very good. Not a lot of people realize that, man. I mean, Hackney knows that. He did the same thing. Van Dam, same deal. You know, all that stuff. So what's your deal for your swim baits is mostly fluorocarbon as far as your line?
Yeah. Whenever I'm fishing, I'm a big mono guy. Okay.
Okay.
So whenever I'm fishing deep with swim baits, I'm throwing 20-pound test fluorocarbon. But whenever I'm fishing shallow, I'm throwing mono.
Really?
And
what's shallow to you?
I mean, a couple feet. I'm talking about real shallow stuff.
All right.
So
I'd say you're fishing a swim bait on a lighter head.
Yeah, like where you're throwing a hollow belly hook. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So where you would have more direct contact with the bait, like even like up shallow fishing, I'm more of a mono guy because, like in the classic, whenever I broke that fish off in the reel, I was throwing fluorocarbon, and that mono will stretch more, and it's a lot less tendency to break.
Wait, hold on, Andy. Just say that. What does this mean? Leave at 9:30. What's that mean?
I wasn't done yet. That Kyle guy's got to go. Just a heads up.
Oh, Kyle does. Kyle Carpenter. Yeah. Okay. I got you. All right. I didn't know. You were writing me a message. Matt, where'd you go?
No, we're good.
Okay, there you are. I'm sorry. Andy was writing me a message.
You're good, dude. You're good.
So the mono dude is like I don't know. I mean, it seems like
I like it, whenever you're going to have a more direct contact with the bait, so you don't break your line. Because I've had bad experiences with fluorocarbon, being brittle, especially in colder weather, and breaking on me. I've talked to other guys, and they don't have that issue. But you talking about some guns here setting the hook, buddy. Not none of them girl hooks set. You got to have some forgiveness somewhere.
Hurting it.
So
hurting it.
You hurt them.
Dude, so you got derbs coming up. I want to call it Costa, but it's not Costa.
I still call them Costa.
Where are you going? What's happening?
Pickwick. I leave on the 27th or the 29th or something like that. Down on Pickwick, man, about 3 hours from me. I've been on Pickwick a couple times, but man, I think they're going to be post-spawn. It's going to set up very, very well. It's going to be a fun tournament.
Nice. You're feeling confident.
Oh yeah, I got my eye on the ball on that one, buddy.
Dude, man, I'll tell you what. I've been wanting to get you on here for a while now, and I'm happy. I'm happy you did, man. I hope you come on here more often, dude.
Oh yeah, well, I really enjoyed it, dude. Yeah. I mean, I've been wanting to come on here. I was like, damn it, Pat ain't gonna let me come on here, man. He ain't gonna let me.
Cut it out, dude. I'm totally serious. I will be seeing you in June.
Yep.
For some deep water fishing.
Dude, I'm not even joking. You just let me know when you're coming, and I got extra room here in the trailer.
Heck yeah.
Dude, we'll make it happen.
We're gonna cook stuff out.
It'll be worth your trip, I promise.
And we'll do our best to make sure that you get your Put One On 'Em sponsorship.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Got to get that ball rolling.
Yeah, I mean we put it out there tonight, so it's out there in the Bass Galaxy, that idea. So somebody's got to. I mean, you got friends with money. I know you do. Like. They need to,
They need to pony up a little bit on that idea, right?
I'm just saying, not saying. You know what I mean?
Not too many applications at once, people.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is on 'em. Matt Robertson. Thanks, Matt.
Pat.
Thanks, dude. I'm glad I could call you a buddy now, man.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it, Pat.
Peace, dude. Later.
Say about it.
Best of luck. Safe travels.
You too, bud.
There it is. Boom. Matt Robertson. You want to keep the train rolling? We're going to put the power poles down real briefly and come back with Kyle Carpenter. kaboom, kapow. There it is. Step up your game. It has been said that professionals are only as good as the tools they work with, and Alpha Angler has developed the ultimate set of tools for you, the competitive angler. Alpha Angler custom rods, brought to fruition by the passion of master craftsman Jake Boomer and 2017 BASS Angler of the Year Brandon Palaniuk. Alpha Angler rods are custom made in the USA, designed and engineered to be perfect. Alpha Angler utilizes a very unconventional approach to making the very best bass rods, from drop shotting to flipping. Alpha Angler's focus is on building perfectly balanced tournament-grade bass rods at an affordable price. Join the Alphalution today and purchase direct at alphaangler.com. Step up your game. alphaangler.com.
Bite me! It's a command to the fish. Quality jig heads with quality components. With tried and true tackle like the Big Dude Goby head, the Hunter or Jacob head, or all new tackle like the Jackpot Net head or Buster swim bait head. Bite me! It's a command to the fish. Get the lead out and visit bitemetackle.net today.
Farther, get some Kevin Van Dam's line and lure. You can launch it a mile. Still going. Well, better stick to fishing.
The swim jig technique is one of the most successful ways to put fish in the boat. Time in and time out, Brovani bait swim jigs are just the right tool for the job. Beaming with quality, the Brovani swim jigs come in a myriad of colors, feature the best premium hooks and solid trailer keepers to give you, the serious bass angler, the confidence you need to accomplish your goal of putting more fish in the boat. So go to BrovaniBaits.com and start climbing the ladder to swim jig success.
All right, here we go. Welcome back. The rodeo continues. I'm your host, Pat Renwick, and we bring you back to Stray Cast, the glorified version of a bass fishing talk show. And now, it's this guy. You're very tired looking. Kyle Carpenter. Welcome to the show, Kyle. How are you?
Thanks for having me. I'm always tired. Life as a tournament director is never a dull moment. So.
There's always somebody calling and bitching, aren't they?
Always. Never ends.
Yeah,
never ends.
It never ends.
Yeah,
did you know
I always thought the bass fishing world was bad, but I can tell you the walleye fishing world is just as bad. So,
bunch of whiners and walleye too, huh?
Yep, it's always something.
Man, so you're a buddy. Is Ryan here? Is Popcorn with us?
I'm here.
Okay,
I'm here.
Ryan's here as well.
I sure am.
All right. So Kyle, I've heard quite a few stories. Before I turn you loose to Ryan, I've heard some stories about you. Okay,
boy.
Yeah, and you're kind of a legend in the West Wisconsin Bass Nation.
I don't know about all that, but
no. Don't you argue with me, Kyle Carpenter. you are a legend in the West Wisconsin Bass Nation. So according to Ryan Whitaker, as well as many others. So I compiled here some viewer descriptions of Kyle Carpenter, some stories, some tales from the dark side, so to speak. of Kyle Carpenter, and I need you to tell me who told me these stories. All right? You ready?
This should be interesting.
Okay. Oh, my gosh. Things happened on my phone. Hold on. It was the Line and Lure commercial as I turned it on. Pretty. And it's still Line and Lure. How do I do this? Okay. So, here we go. One time at a nation event, Kyle had an amazing idea to buy a ton of fireworks. He got these fireworks, went in the parking lot, lit them up, lit them on fire, poured gas on them, lit them up, and they were all duds. They're all duds. Is that a true story?
That is a very true story. That was from a very, very long week at Lake Vermilion. I don't know if Ryan was still awake or if it was just a couple of us, but Emily Hand from Bass was with us.
Okay.
She had a headache, I think, every morning of that tournament as well. It's a good thing I didn't fish in that event because I would not have been allowed to drive a boat. I think as a team, Wisconsin drank 37 cases of beer in 6 days. So
yeah, and every one of those empties went in Gary Adkins' live.
Yeah, that's right. That's what he gets for leaving his boat. He left his boat with me and unsupervised. Yeah. So
he wins the damn derby and then leaves his boat.
Now,
yeah, that was a mistake on his part, and I don't think he'd do it again. The best part is he was gone hunting or something for a week after that. So I backed his boat in his garage when I got home, and I opened the live wells as a nice friend should, right? Little bit, it was full of cigarette butts and empty Bud Light cans.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's
I
another
think
one.
The morning of that night, I believe I woke up in a hotel room next to Eric Zaromsky, and my mom and dad were in the other bed in the room, and I had no idea they were even there.
That's a good night. That's a good night.
So,
Eric Zaromsky. That's awesome. Hey, here's another one, man.
Was I right? Did I guess right? Emily Hand?
You are 100% right. 100% right. It is Emily Hand. Here's another one. There are times when no one would share a room with Kyle Carpenter because it was like he was running a buzzsaw all evening with his snoring.
Nah, I don't know if that's true.
Nah, what do you
I've
mean?
heard these.
Wait, you
claims.
saying this person's lying?
Oh, I wouldn't say they're lying. I just must not have drank enough that night.
To knock you out.
I don't know who would have said that. I've had a lot of roommates over the years traveling around, especially for the state stuff. So
here's no guess.
Chip Goy.
No, it's not Chip Goy. It's Emily Hand again.
Emily.
Yeah.
I don't know how she would know that one.
She
was
heard
in the room three doors down.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
Really?
She could hear it like through you're a buzzsaw, bro. All right. Here's this one. Big Derby, lot on the line. Gave Kyle my waypoints. Went out and jacked my fish a year later at the Derby when he knew I was going there. Who's that?
What Derby?
I don't know.
Give me a clue, Ryan. Let's try to.
Ryan don't know. I'm making this. Ryan doesn't have any idea.
I don't know this one.
A year later?
Yeah.
Only one I can think of was during a state team, but I was told to go there. I have no idea.
It's Dan Bravarni.
Dan Bravarni. He's got waypoints? Does Dan even fish anything?
I totally made that one up, Kyle.
Does he have electronics?
I made that whole one up. I'm sorry. I did. I made all that shit up right there. Not the Emily stuff.
So I'm not sure.
Not the Emily stuff. But here's the deal. Seriously, guys, I'm going to let you be for a moment. I know you got a bunch of stuff going on, Kyle. I'm going to turn it over to you and Ryan. I'm coming back in like 3 minutes. I've been doing a show here, and I got to relieve myself, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, go drain the main vein.
I will be right back, guys. So tell us what you got going on, Kyle.
Yeah,
All
Kyle, you got a bunch of stuff going on. I know, but this head-to-head thing, I've looked into it a little bit, but just tell me about what head-to-head fishing is.
Head-to-head fishing is my life right now. I went to work for head-to-head fishing full time about 2 months ago now, and it's a new spin on tournament fishing. It's not really a tournament; it's more of a game. We have, I think we're on our 5th event for this year already. It's basically been perfect for the COVID-19 fiasco.
Right.
Social distancing and all that stuff. So everybody fishes alone and has one camera guy with them. So what our events are is 16 guys, 16-man bracket, 8 men on each side, head to head, exactly what it says it is. You fish against one guy per day. You win and move on.
So when you draw out, you're drawing out one guy on one guy, and then that sounds bad. One guy against another guy, and then but there's 16 guys on the water at once.
So at the most, there's 8 guys on the water each day.
8 guys on the water each day.
8 guys. So on a 5-day event, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, there's 8 guys on the water, and on Friday, Championship Friday, there's 6. So there's 4 matches the first 4 days, and then 3 matches on the final day.
Okay, so it's like a full week long then.
Yep, it's a 5-day event. You fish a max of 4 days per event.
Okay, and how long has this been going on? Is this the second year?
This is the first full season. Last year, Brian Keller and the guys at the Real Shot and Head to Head started it and did 2 bass events. And I was fortunate enough to fish one of them. Got my ass kicked, of course, out in the first round. But that's fishing. I didn't have waypoints to go to, I guess, from Bavarni.
Yeah, it sounds really cool, though. I mean, so if you win your match, then you move on to the next day. So could you get knocked out in the first day?
Yeah, you could be out after the first day.
Okay.
Everybody that makes it to Wednesday fishes until minimally Thursday. So if you win your first round, you're going to fish till Thursday. And then if you win, you go to Friday.
Okay. And this is strictly, you're just doing this in Wisconsin currently, right?
Currently, yes, only in Wisconsin. We had a whole schedule planned for Wisconsin and Minnesota going into, I would say early March. That was still a plan. And then the COVID-19 rules hit and, the pandemic went into what it is. And we just decided we couldn't do it. We realized the potential with it still being a single event. As long as the boat landings were open, we were having them. And our first event out of the Fox River in Green Bay, Jeff Nectarline won. He won $10,000 fishing against 16 guys.
Awesome.
So
awesome. And then what? So there's live coverage of each angler throughout the day.
Yep, every angler has a live camera on them all day. The whole 5-hour match. Each match is 5 hours. So we have cameraman in the boat live. That feeds back and available live on YouTube at H2H Fishing and on our website h2hfishing.com and on Facebook on the Facebook page.
Awesome. So there's 3 ways to watch it.
Yep.
It sounds really cool. You're not just doing bass either. You're doing walleye and salmon as well.
We're doing walleye and salmon as well. Yeah, correct. Right now, this week actually, we're in a walleye event in Lake Winnebago. That's why I'm tired and why I'll be up early again tomorrow morning is to get the guys launched, and the event started for tomorrow on day 4. So.
Yeah, man. No, it sounds really cool. I'm kind of bummed I didn't get in it this year, but next year for sure. It sounds like a cool format. Is it a full 8-hour?
No,
tournament?
It's 5 hours.
5 hours.
Each event is 5 hours. Yeah.
Okay. So it probably makes it even more intense.
Everybody's
using the fish 8 hours.
And the nice part about me being able to fish the one last year is I get it. Like I understand it's a totally different intense. I can tell you an 8-hour day, at some point you get a little lazy. When you only have 5 hours and there's penalties involved, in my head, 2 minutes is a long time as a bass fisherman. I mean, that's 3 casts depending on what you're doing.
Right.
4 casts. So the penalty got in my head. So that built my own intensity, the focus was to not get a penalty and it ended up costing me a tournament. But it's a different type of intense. And the one thing that we did not anticipate, and every angler that has fished one of them will tell you this, is the amount of notoriety that the guys are getting afterwards. The guys get off the water and at 1:15 their phones are blowing up. They get done off the water at 1.
Yeah, you
Every
guys
one
are
of them
getting
was
some
like,
views. You guys are getting some views on this thing. It's pretty cool. I looked that up, and man, it is really cool to know that you're going to get 5 hours of coverage on the water. And then what is do the anglers know? Are there updates happening?
Yeah.
Do they know what their competitor is catching?
Yeah, we have our own app called WayLive that Brian designed, and it tracks each match, so you can see your match. So if you and I would be fishing against each other, Ryan, you can see where we're both sitting, and we also give live updates to the camera guys throughout the day, so they let everybody know as well.
Wow. Yeah, that's a really cool spin on that format. I like that. With the one-on-one. That's really cool. I mean, especially I'm sure there's instances where guys are running into each other on the water too. The guy they're fishing against could be on the same bank.
Today, for example, the guys were fishing the 41 bridge on Butamore. They were literally 5 feet apart from each other, pulling flies.
Wow.
Each match, the guys were right next to each other, a good part of the day.
Yeah. Has there been any total sabotage yet? Is anybody
No, there's been there's one match, the first one actually, Isaac Lockish was down quite a bit in the championship day, and it was a pretty cool moment. I still am new to walleye fishing, and being involved in the bass world as long as I have, I know everybody. It's getting to know these guys in the walleye world has been pretty cool. Isaac didn't really concede the day, but he was down by like 40 pounds going into the last 2 hours of the day. So he come by and shook the guy's hand, and they had a good talk in the water. We got it filmed live, and it was actually pretty cool to see. The camaraderie in the bass side is huge, off the water and on the water. But to see it that way has been pretty cool as well. So
yeah, it's awesome, man. I'm excited to start following these events and stuff like that. I mean, and you're not, and what was the website again for H2H?
H2Hfishing.com.
Okay.
I actually dropped the link into the comments here too as well. So
cool. And then that's not all you're doing. I mean, you're tournament director for Wisconsin Bass Nation. And then you're also got this Wisco circuit.
Wisco Bass
blowing up.
Yeah, Wisco Bass. Brent and I started last year. Brent Colvey and I started last year.
Ryan's excited about Wisco.
I'm excited about
Wisco. You need to get
Wisco.
in it.
Yeah.
You need to. You better hurry, buddy. You better hurry.
Money's on the way.
Winnebago's up to 92, I think, and Green Lake's at 84 or something.
Chip Goy is paying his entry fees, Kyle. Chip's paying him. So
Chip would pay somebody's entry fees because he doesn't fish anything. we got a head-to-head next week on Chip's water. He's a block away from the water, and he's not fishing. So.
He's going to be a cheerleader. Chip Ahoy will be out there.
He's going to take me fishing
in a sexy outfit.
But yeah, Wisco Bass, man, it's been last year was amazing. I think we averaged 55 boats for our first year.
Awesome.
Along the same lines as head-to-head is, it kind of all got started. I announced that, Brent and I decided we're going to do something. We're going to come up with a trail. We had a name. I put it out there like September 26th or something, and less than 5 hours after I put it out there, Brian Keller from The Real Shot calls me and says, "Who's doing this? What's going on? I want in." He's the brainchild behind the live part of it. So we have, for the Wisco Bass, we have 4 live cameras in boats.
That's
awesome. This year we're gonna do a little better job of bouncing the guys around a little bit with chase boats in places we can. But yeah, you can watch every one of our events, 4 guys live. Our weigh-ins are all live.
Where is it, Kyle? How do I watch it?
If you go to wiscobass.com,
okay,
I'll stream right through there. We're also going to get it on YouTube this year as well.
And that has all of the event schedule on there.
It does. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Wiscobass.com. The Real Shot is our title sponsor for that series. We unfortunately had to postpone one of our first event. Was supposed to be this last Sunday on Lake Winnebago, and we were full at 99 boats.
Wow.
So
holy
it was
shnikes.
Pretty nuts.
How are you going to pick who to cover?
What's that?
How are you going to pick who to cover?
We'll go Angler of the Year from last year for sure. Dylan Dreyfel. He'll get one camera for sure. And then, I kind of go off of, who I think is going to do well, knowing most of the guys. We also offer like Film the Dream package where, an angler can pay X amount of dollars and have a camera in their boat the whole day. We'll stream it for them through our avenues.
I like
and then
that.
they own all that data, all that,
it's a good idea,
everything
Kyle.
that was filmed through the day. And, we can put together a package for them, or they can have all the raw footage and do what they want with it.
I think you should determine it. I think you should determine whoever's wearing an Onum hat.
Yeah, I think you should send us some money he should send us some money and some free hats. We don't do nothing for free up here.
Well, you saw the fella on here. Hit him up.
Wow. Did he just prompt you? Did Matt prompt you to say that, Ryan? Did he send you side money?
I mean, on him. It says it all.
On him or in him?
I see.
That was the Trojan sponsorship.
Yeah, put one in him with on him. Put one on him.
I'm sitting here watching that. And I'm thinking, how am I going to follow this up? These guys are talking about rubbers, and one before you had dude crying. And what is this? What's Pat going to do
crying
to me here?
over bass and
prophylactics.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
yeah. So
hey,
along with the boater side of Wisco Bass, we actually have a kayak series this year as well.
Yeah, I saw it. It's filling up too, huh?
That's new. Brent and I we try to keep forward looking and want to improve something every year. We want to make things better and not let it get stagnant. So, I've been hearing all this stuff about kayak fishing. You got kayak. So we got affiliated with the KBF. We're affiliated with Bass, obviously, with Wisconsin Bass Nation. So the kayak anglers have the platform now. Their weigh-ins will be done live. Well, their length reveal will be done live through our live stream. All them events are the same day on separate bodies of water as the boaters events.
Dude, Yakin's huge and getting huger.
Yeah.
Real quick, I missed it. Is it a one-day event? The bass fishing deal.
Wisco is one-day event.
One-day event. Okay.
Yep, they're all standalone events.
Okay.
Kyle, I asked you if you ever kayak fished before, and what'd you tell me?
I probably said my fat ass would fall out of it, so no.
No, you said I got a kayak. It's got a 250 on the back.
Yeah, I do tell people that one too.
Hey, Kyle, dude, you got anything else you want to say before we get the heck out of here tonight?
No, just nothing besides just check out head-to-head fishing. It's been awesome. Check out therealshot.com. If any tackle needs you might have, they got anything and everything you can want. That's therealshot.com. Shipping is, pretty much equal, to shipping and pricing is pretty much equal, if not better than, the big competitor out of California. So
awesome.
As we're growing here with head to head, that's the goal, is to push people over to therealshot.com too.
Real
and sell some tackle. So
you're saying shot.
Therealshot.com.
Realshot.com.
I'll throw a link to that in the messenger as well.
Cool, dude. Well, I've heard amazing things. People speak in very high regards of you, and I mean that sincerely, as we say here. They really do. So it's cool to have you on here, and we'll have you on again, man. I want to check out the Wisco live coverage.
Yeah, check it out. It's like I said, all of our weigh-ins are done live. The only event on our schedule that cannot have live coverage on is Sturgeon Bay, unfortunately. The cell phone coverage up there is terrible. So we do stream our weigh-in live, but not our on the water. None of that is live for Sturgeon Bay.
So Kyle, there's a little thing up here that says Pat Renwick will fish for money 99 cents. You see that? I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, hey, if you need a mouth, you hire me, dude. I'm coming down there. I'm a talk for you. I'm a professional talker. That's what I do.
We're always looking for commentators for head-to-head.
I will have my agent contact you.
Anytime you want to write up and commentate for one of the head-to-head events, you're more than welcome.
I'm under 100K.
He needs to get to Wisconsin anyways to fish.
Yeah, you guys all need to get up here. You missed the party again this year.
No, I'll be there.
Ryan's coming.
I've been telling Ryan for years to get up here in first week of May, and I took a week off last week and fished every day up in Door County. And I can tell you, if you've never been there, you need to get there. There's a lot of great smallmouth fisheries in this country, but there's none better than Sturgeon Bay, in my opinion.
How's it gonna be in like 4 days?
That'd be good. It'll be good. What day? When are you coming?
Like Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going down to Geneva Sunday.
Sunday won't be good.
Come Saturday.
You got to go last Sunday.
Well, I'll be there longer than one day, so I'll hit you up.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Use artificials. Mostly
artificials.
Mostly use artificials, Kyle.
And if it doesn't work, maybe I'll try trolling.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I watched a lot of trolling the last 3 days, and I won't troll. You probably only need to get in about that much water and just throw something that looks like a chandelier, and you'll be fine.
There you go.
Okay. Deal.
Hey, Kyle, thanks so much, dude. Appreciate you coming on, bro.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
And thanks for staying up.
Kyle.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah, sorry it took so long, man.
It was
See ya,
entertaining.
buddy. That's Kyle Carpenter right there. Yeah. All right, let's give some stuff away. Let's bring the crew in and give some stuff away. Do we have everyone accounted for? Can we Brady Bunch us? I see Ryan. I see Dickie Mo.
Yo.
In there. Who else? We got other guys. Is JP here tonight?
Yeah, he's there.
JP's here tonight.
JPP.
J. Paul Jean. C'est fait le content, J. Paul.
Danny's got a hat on. That's weird.
He looked like a young Mike Ditka with that dyed mustache for a moment.
Does he have a mustache?
It's a dyed
Can't
one.
see it.
He got Just for Men's on it.
Oh, I can kind of see that.
He got the Just for Men's on it. Hey, where's Ginge? Why can't I see the Ginge, Ninja? We can't put you on, Ginge?
He's pumping the keyboard. He's busy.
I think he's sleeping on the keyboard.
Is
right
he
now.
pumping up the volume? No, I wouldn't be able to see. I see mouses.
Hey, Ginger went smallie fishing today.
Almost.
Oh, he did.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, and he went smallie fishing.
Yeah, he jacked him.
No, I didn't.
I was hoping you did.
You telling tales out of school?
But
hey, dude, it's like you guys. We've been doing like long shows. Like it's 9:51.
This is the record almost.
No, I think we were long last week too. I don't remember, but
this is almost a 2-hour banger.
Yeah, 4.5 hours actually. Dan, look at your watch.
Like three.
3 hours and 72 minutes. 3 hours and 72 minutes. But so there's Andy. Hey, Ange. There he is. Did someone just shush me? Was that a shush?
That was a long sigh.
Oh my goodness, gravy. Where were we?
I don't know.
We got to give some things away.
We do.
Yeah, we got to give some.
No, just for men mustaches. That's where we were. Just for men.
One time.
But dude, here's the deal. On them fishing, freaking awesome. Not afraid of deep water. Made me feel better for real this time. For real.
Drink.
Okay. I learned some stuff from him. All right. I did. I mean, I did. I want to apply. It made me feel like I used to feel on Bassmaster when I was a kid and read it, and then I want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
Dude, that the whole deep keyword for the Tin Cup whiskey drinking game was a bad idea.
Was it?
Oh, it got dirty.
Did it got bad? What was it?
Just
Dude, you said deep a lot.
Did I?
Yeah.
I didn't
Between
know.
you and Matt, it was the deep.
It was one Matt come on?
Oh yeah, it got deep and dark. Yeah.
Okay. Did we have a tally?
Dude, I seriously stopped counting at like 36.
Holy cow. I need to have a word like Rumpelstiltskin from now on. Like if I say 7 silver swans swam silently seaward, then it's like
well, I wanted to go with Slubber to Gullion, but you weren't having it.
Yeah, I should have that too. Whatever.
Yeah. Or Walter. Walter would have been a good one.
Yeah,
too.
Walter. Walter was good. We made John cry.
Yeah.
We made John Cox cry tonight.
My mom teared up.
Yeah.
Hey, pretty cool. We're giving away a bottle of Tin Cup whiskey to an eligible winner and a John Cox mega Berkeley prize, which is pretty freaking awesome. All right. So what do we got? Who's giving prizes? Who's doing what? Who's got it?
I got the wieners. All right. So our whiskey winner. This name just sounds like a whiskey drinker. Our whiskey winner is.
Who is it, Earl?
No, better.
Garth.
From the randomizer, we have Levi Smothers.
Oh,
Levi,
that is a whiskey drinking name.
Get yourself some whiskey, Levi Smothers.
Levi
Hell yeah.
Smothers.
Yeah.
Did you look at his profile picture? Does he look?
Actually, JP took care of the randomizing this, and then he age verified Levi's legal age. JP randomized that one. So,
Awesome. Thanks, JP.
Levi, all you gotta do is hit us in the DMs, Facebook, direct message us.
And direct message attention Danny, the prize guy.
Yes, I am prize guy. So
Yes.
be like, hey, I want some whiskey. Give me my stuff.
That's Danny. And then we're going to give you his address. Hey,
yeah.
So the John Cox Mega Pack. What do we got? JP, do you know the winner to that? Do you know the winner's name? I want to hear JP say it if he knows it.
Ooh, I texted it to Dan. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. I want you to say it tonight, JP.
Okay. Give me one
the
second.
The Berkeley Mega Pack.
JP used his randomizer. Mine was out of commission.
JP is a randomizer.
Danny's randomizer is in the same condition as his boat carpet.
I finished today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
There
sir.
it is.
Knocked it out, baby.
What you got, JP?
Okay, so the Berkeley John Cox Mega Pack is won by Warren Beard.
Warren Beard. Okay. The Berkeley John Cox Mega Pack, Warren Beard. Direct message, Danny. There it
I
is.
like the names. I like the names of the winners.
Yeah,
tonight.
Levi and Warren. Werewolf
Levi
in
and
London. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Direct message, the Straycast Facebook page. Straycast Facebook page. Attention, Dickie Moe. Right there.
So if you don't get it, we all know who's at fault.
Hey,
it was Danny.
I want to go through a quick rundown, and we gotta go. Thank you, Tin Cup Whiskey, for the prize tonight, as well as Berkeley Fishing. Thanks, Abu Garcia. Thanks, Line and Lure, War Eagle, Crestliner, Carl's, Bite Me. We thank Power Pole. We thank TH Marine, Alpha Angler, Amphibia. Hey, how about Bubba and Hanks? Code Fish. Half a Spot official. Don't forget about the Fish USA Bass Derb. Half a Spot official. Did I forget anyone, guys?
I think you got it, man.
Bow to Stern.
There you go, BTS.
Yeah, and
Line
of course
yes.
your Amphibia suntan lines are sexy.
Right
Sexy
there.
AF, Whitaker. Sexy AF.
I appreciate that. I got a gin blossom growing here.
If you want to call me baby, say go ahead now. Is that the?
That's Spin Doctor.
I'm mad at him. You kind of look like a doctor. Spinning me, spinning doctor.
No, you mistook a bad band for a pretty decent band.
Hey, next week we got Aaron Martin's guys. It's going to be a very, and I'm just going to say it. It's going to be a special show because it's special AF to me. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So Aaron Martin's next week.
AAF.
Absolutely AF. Guys, thank you, everybody. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Kyle Carpenter. Thanks, John Cox. Thanks to everybody that tuned in. And thanks, you guys. Thanks, Andy Ellenberger. Special thank you for this long train tonight and keeping it rolling. I'm Pat Renwick, Bass Galaxy. You're the reason we do this. We'll see you next week, 7 p.m. Central, Straycast.net, Straycast Facebook page. Peace, bye, ciao, sayonara, vukalacha, simukulo patalissimum, shaparika, notus, far, shneta pas.
Oui.
Bonjour.
Yeah.